You said you're caffeinated and ready, but is your body ready? And is your body, on top of that, Reggie?
My body is Reggie.
Good evening, my darling batlings. I intentionally started off with that just to have a little what the fuck for people that aren't in our Discord call, which is everyone that's not on the screen right now.
Oh my god.
Ari, you're one, I'd say son of a bitch, but you're not really,
No. I'm okay with being called a son of a bitch. I don't disagree with one of my parents being a bitch.
You're okay with that.
As I slowly shake my head and take a drink.
But tonight we are continuing, possibly even finishing, Sonic Frontiers Mod Madness as we go into the DLC that was released about a year after Sonic Frontiers came out, which adds a whole new alternate chapter to the game with an alternate final boss fight, alternate ending that is the final boss fight and ending that they wanted to do from the beginning, and also for the first time in 16 years at that point allows us to play in a mainline 3D Sonic game as characters that aren't just Sonic or Shadow. We will be doing a lot of exploring by switching between Amy, Knuckles, Tails, and yeah, just them.
So it's basically the original 3 that follow Sonic.
Yes, because they are the ones that were trapped in cyberspace with him. We won't be doing any big fishing adventure tonight because I don't believe there's any fishing in the DLC. Hi, Iron. Glad to see you again. I'm happy that you joined my
Greetings,
server,
Iron.
by the way.
Yes.
Welcome to the server.
But yes, I've got some mods that I've had installed from day one that will finally kick in here, as well as just bringing back some old classics. And what if I told you that we're going to see the return, or possibly the revenge, of Bermuda?
Bermuda lives. Bermuda!
Because part of the DLC is basically a boss rush.
Yo, nice.
A boss rush where it's on, like, a harder difficulty than the main story, because now your parries are no longer, like, infinite, where you can just hold the shoulder buttons and parry at any time. Now you have, like, 3 frames to get it right.
Basically, you're gonna have to time it if you want to chain parry things.
It's the only way you can parry these things.
I was gonna say, because I'm going off with the fact that you're just telling me, okay, so basically Layman of Innocence parrying, you just do that, alright.
Like, it's basically your standard, like, Platinum Games parrying, like, why am I forgetting its name? Metal Gear Rising.
Yeah.
So, I've got Corone back, because I want to see if they do Super Corone 2 on top of the Super Corone we got.
Oh, jeez.
And I have to make my way to the ring portal that leads to the alternate ending, which opens up as soon as you get to Chapter 5. And also, I should point out that as an act of mercy, when you get to the DLC, you automatically have the spin dash unlocked, whether you've completed the challenges or not. I just need to remember where the ring is. It's not this way, it is... Where the fuck is it?
You were saying, JKR, the history of the universe?
Yes, in the history of the universe, this moment is unique. Bermuda lives.
There it is. Gotta mark it on my map.
I kind of had a feeling it would be it would be silly if Bermuda died so easily.
Iron says, would you believe me if I said I actually finished the boss rush for Sonic Frontiers on the first try? You played it post-patch, I believe, where they listened to community feedback and was like, okay, at the initial launch, we made the boss rush way too fucking hard, So, like, within a week, they put out a patch that toned down some of the difficulty.
Yeah, pre-patch, but still, that's impressive though.
Like I beat it
boss
pre-patch, but
rush.
that's not something to brag about, because I had to turn it down to easy to beat the boss rush, because on easy you get more frames of, where the parry is active.
So that's all that the difficulty does, just makes the parrying easier?
Well, it also makes some of the platforming segments to get to the boss rush, easier.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, if it just makes the parrying easier, then it's just a matter of getting good at the timing.
Yeah, because, like, the boss patterns don't really change all that much between difficulties. It's more so, like, how aggressive they are, and, yeah, that's about it.
So basically, just be like, Bermuda, I'm angry.
Yeah. Alright, time for us to enter the DLC.
All funds towards the DLC go to the Eggman Empire. Okay, I see how it is.
Well, the DLC was free. It was added as a patch instead of something you had to download separately.
Oh, it was free. Okay.
Yeah, it was
so
one of
never
3
mind.
free content
The joke
updates
I
that
was
they...
gonna,
It was one
the
of
joke
3
I was gonna make is now mute.
It was one of 3 free content updates they did throughout the following year. Yo, what's up, my doges? How's it going, Chuck?
Hold it, Hedgehog.
Hey, Chuck.
Let's see if
How you been, my
Yes,
dude?
he still has his sandwich.
Yo, I actually had a. I'll be quiet.
All right. I'm listening.
Moments ago, your friends sacrificed their corporeal forms to suppress your cyber corruption and return you to this dimensional plane.
They were so close to being free again, and they gave it all up for me. I don't care how many islands or titans it takes, I'm getting them back this time.
Please, no tedious speeches about the superpower of teamwork.
Hey, Sonic Heroes reference.
Pretty much. But no, I was gonna say.
Hold on.
Okay, wait, no.
There was one so remote and unlikely, I did not consider it. However, as things stand, it could be the one to save us all.
Well, I'm all about beating the odds. What's the plan?
I can reverse your friends' efforts and restore them. They would then seek out the Chaos Emeralds for us. I can stabilize your cyber corruption for a brief time, and then I would guide you on how to convert that corruption into power so that you may end this conflict and save Father.
And save the world, too, right?
It is his to conquer, so yes.
Perfect way of phrasing that, Sage.
We'll cross that bridge when we
Oh God.
Don't want to piss off Daddy
Chief
by,
Justice.
you know.
I like that plan.
Yeah.
Let's do it to it.
Hey, he said the line.
Be forewarned.
I forgot he
Yeah.
says the line.
Your face will be grueling.
Let's do it to it. That's the first time he said that in a game.
Please.
Didn't he say that in SATAM?
Go already.
Yes, that is a reference to Sat AM.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
the
okay.
cartoon, not a
Yeah.
video game though.
Yeah.
I know. I've
One
seen
of the rare
SATAM.
references to one of the cartoons in a video game, outside of, you know, canonizing Sonic liking chili dogs.
Also,
Yeah.
speaking of Eggman sandwich, I actually had a sandwich for dinner this night, and it was actually pretty good.
I'm not doing it again.
Sonic? What's going on?
I know it's been rough, and that things are confusing.
I still can't get over how hot Sonic's
You guys
mom
to
is
just follow
in
my lead.
Sonic Underground.
I
Still not a
need you to
furry.
find the Chaos Emeralds.
I mean, Queen Alina's a really good character overall. I mean,
I haven't
enjoy
seen.
her.
I've only seen 2 episodes of Sonic Underground. All I'm gonna say is, like, Sonic's mom's got it going on.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Get on with it already.
but I also feel for her because she had to part from her children because of Robotnik. So, and back then, Robotnik was a monster.
Not really as much of a monster as Set AM's Robotnik was.
Yeah,
Well,
Underground's a lot more goofy than Sad AM, to my knowledge.
Yeah, but the plots that he had made him a very high threat.
The Chaos Emerald
Like, despite the goofiness, like Sad AM and Underground, like, Robotnik had a lot of devious plans that could potentially like wipe everything out.
So, we're playing as Amy right now, and all of her stats are at level 1, and we have to unlock all of her abilities gradually.
Wait, does she have to fight the Titans as well?
No, only Sonic fights the Titans. What Amy, Knuckles, and Tails have to do is search for the Chaos Emeralds.
Okay, so basically they're going through the stages or whatever just to get them, and then basically give Sonic the emeralds to fight the bosses. All right.
Yeah, and the way that you level up abilities is different. It's not all through, gaining experience points by beating enemies. You have to find hidden stashes of experience cocoa that you use to level up your abilities and stats.
Now here's the question: are you min-maxing Amy, Knuckles, and Tails?
I'm going to try. There's not really a point in it, but I will try.
I mean, just to flex. That's basically what I'm just saying.
It's not here.
So we went to one of the Chaos Emerald vaults that was open, and the emerald's not there.
Empty. Try another. You should too.
What good are these vaults if they don't do their job?
Let's see what it'd say. Looking at chat, Iron said, also with this counts the first Ring Portal and 3D Sonic game, because Ring Portals mostly showed up in the 2D games. Yeah, this would be. To my knowledge, yeah. And Chuck said, I like how different the voice is for Sonic in this game. It feels more like a Sonic in his early 20s. It helps that, like, right before Frontiers came out, they removed all official references to character ages because they realized that a lot of the stuff they had lore-wise didn't make sense for them to all be, like, 8 to 15 years old.
Yeah.
Especially with the dog shit script in Sonic Forces saying that Sonic and Eggman have been fighting for decades.
Yeah.
And yet Sonic's still supposed to be 15.
Yeah.
But, yeah, they, like, now it's like, that's not to say, like, oh, they can be whatever age you want them to be. It's more so, like, characters like Tails, Cream, and, Charmy are still just vaguely child-aged, whereas characters like Sonic and Knuckles are, like, just, like, implied to be, like, older teens. Whereas Shadow is, ageless, but is much older than everyone else.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, because in Sonic 2 or whatever, Tails was like 6 at the time, and then they aged him up for Adventures.
Yeah.
And then he kept at that age for like a long time before they like retconned the ages.
So we just got Amy's first move, which they're playing into a trait that had been long abandoned for most of Amy's portrayal that's now become a significant part of it. Fortune cards. Or tarot cards. They call them fortune cards in Sonic to avoid any of the, religious connotations to tarot. Like, even the deck that she uses in this game and that we see bits of in Sonic Origins is the same tarot deck that I have of Amy. That's officially licensed. Where it's like a tarot deck, but it's all Sonic characters.
I was gonna say, so the fortune cards that she has in this game, I'm assuming they have random effects depending on what is used, or
no, it's just more so like instead of using her hammer as her main weapon, although she still does get her hammer for certain moves in her arsenal, she uses like apparitions of the fortune cards as projectiles or as like makeshift air slashes, or even as like encircling her to allow her to boost at high speeds.
Okay, so
basically they made her a mage.
I was just gonna say that it sounds. Yeah, go get.
Oh my god! No, you first. I keep interrupting you.
All right. Basically, the fact is that it seems like she's using the cards similar to how the Joker used his calling cards, as like weapons.
You'll see. I was going to say you'll see, but JKR will see.
I was gonna say, so it sounds like to me in terms of Final Fantasy XIV, she basically plays like an astrologian going black mage.
Yes.
Basically, she uses her cards to get like buffs and like speed power ups, but at the same time, she can cast like different apparitions of attacks and spells.
Yes. Like, these are abilities that she only has because of cyberspace. These are not attacks that she naturally has.
Yes, canonically. In cyberspace, it's basically different properties. Everyone has different powers that they normally can't use outside of said realm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, first time we
that
get a
makes sense.
cutscene with the Elder Coco. My kind-hearted friend of Sonic, you have led our people to the digital dream. We thank you.
Oh, it was my pleasure. I'm hoping now you can lead me in the right direction. Do you know what happened to the Chaos Emeralds?
Our enemies have infested the land and are using our creations against us. The emeralds are here on this island, but we have hidden them with our own technology. I'm reading this out for you because he speaks like, you know, gibberish.
Let you down.
Yeah, I figured.
And, as far as visuals go for what we got going on for Amy, her gameplay model is regular Amy, but whenever there's a cutscene, she turns into Queen Elena.
I will say this, though. I genuinely do like Amy in the games because, in my opinion, like, she's very, underrated, but she is very powerful. I mean, just look at Sonic Heroes and all of her abilities. She's nuts.
Yeah. Alright. There's a lot more of emphasis on platforming challenges here because, like, each character gets their own platforming abilities, that not all
How do you
characters
feel
share.
about how do you feel about 2D platforming in the third dimension?
Yeah, basically. Like, one of the things is, Amy gets a double jump.
Well, yeah.
Actually,
And as
triple
everybody
jump.
knows. Okay, screw that. She's more broken than Maria.
Like, she gets, you know, your standard double jump, and then she gets a triple jump where she boosts herself upward with the power of her cards.
Oh, okay. So she, out of everybody here besides Tails who can fly, she has
Yeah,
the highest jump.
Tails not only has his regular flight, but he gets a boosted flight where he pulls out, the Cyclone from Sonic Adventure 2.
Oh.
You know, the mech
Okay,
the transforming mech plane car that he had.
Yeah. I love that thing, by the way.
And, Knuckles gets his gliding ability, and he can also climb up, specifically marked walls.
So I'm gonna assume that Knuckles has the weakest jump out of the group, whereas
they all have about the same jump ability, but if I remember correctly, because I haven't played the DLC in a long time, Knuckles doesn't get a double jump since he gets the glide.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying, like, in terms of just like jumping, like it's a tie between Amy and Tails in terms of like the highest jump.
Yeah, like Knuckles.
Knuckles is just, like,
Knuckles' gliding
like,
is different than, say, like Tails' flight.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
he gradually descend. Like, you don't have a timer on how long you can fly, but instead you gradually descend.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, usually that's how gliding works. It's more along the lines of, like, your glide is as high as you start off from, and then you just gradually lower. So that's why I'm assuming out of all three of them, Knuckles technically has one of the weaker jumps, whereas Tails and Amy has a higher jump normally, and then Tails can actually just fly, which trumps, like, the other two. Like, I know how gliding works, it's just...
Yeah. I'm just trying to explain, like, how it works in this game in particular.
Oh, in that game, okay. Because I was going to say, in the 2D Sonics, Knuckles doesn't really have that high of a jump, which is why it's harder to play as him in, like, Sonic 2.
Yeah. Also, because, you know, Sonic 2 wasn't made with Knuckles in mind. Although, funnily enough, a lot of people don't know, Knuckles in Sonic 2, you know, when you lock on the cartridges for Sonic 2 and Sonic and Knuckles, they actually do adjust some of the environment to account for Knuckles not having as high of a jump.
Yeah. Yeah, but it doesn't adjust the final boss because it gets hard because it's more of a patience game at that point instead of getting like sneaky hits in.
Yeah, it's basically hard mode.
Well, yeah. I wasn't trying to like overly correct you or something.
Oh,
I
no,
was
no,
just
no.
saying,
I didn't think that at all.
Oh, I'm just making sure. Then again, I did go through all of Origin story mode with every emerald, including Super Emerald, and I had more fun playing as Tails through all of it, not just because of the flying, but just because I love Tails as a character. Like, he's one of my all-time favorites.
And, oh yeah, another mechanic of Tails is, like, the way he attacks is by throwing wrenches, so he's a projectile fighter.
Okay, I love that better than the whole dummy ring thing. The one thing I wish Tails had, they could bring back, but they never do, is Tails' arm cannon or the extending boxing glove he has in battle.
Yeah.
I wish he had those tools still, but unfortunately, my boy don't get his arm cannon. So sad face.
Sad.
But if he gets wrenches, though, I'm happy about that. I'm
Hey,
happy
Shadow
he gets
Dragon.
wrenches.
How you doing?
Hey, Shadow Dragon. How you been, my man?
Dragon.
Alright, there is, like, a specific path that Amy can go across to get to this area. I'm trying to find it. Because everyone's paths are color-coded.
Yeah,
So,
they have a set path they have to go on.
Here it is. Amy's paths are pink. So I just have to keep an eye out for pink.
I was gonna say, does she have her ability of invisibility in this, or no?
No, because there's not really a gameplay... There's not really a way that would be useful in this game.
Okay, I was just gonna ask.
Oh, and
because,
the triple jump can not only be used as, you know, a boost in height, you can also slow your descent.
Oh, okay, so she basically has the floating ability that Peach has, basically.
Yeah, basically, now that I think about it.
That ability is actually pretty sick, especially if you know how to use it.
Yeah, it is. Pretty good myself. Did you hear about Shinobi Art of Vengeance having Eggman DLC? No, I didn't. I haven't really heard much about Shinobi Art of Vengeance other than the demo is, like, amazing. I haven't tried out the demo myself, because I've never really played any of the Shinobi games apart from the PS2 game and a demo of Nightshade.
It's time for Eggman to learn how to be a shinobi, lol.
He'll be like Dr. Wily in that one scene in the Mega Man OVA, where it's like, you won't stop me this time because I'm a ninja! And then he throws a smoke bomb and disappears.
Oh my god.
If anyone doesn't know what I'm talking about, look up the Mega Man OVA. It was made for English markets, but it was made in Japan, and it features some of the cast that would go on to be in the '94 cartoon.
I have never seen the OVA. So.
It's like a 2 or 3 episode OVA that was made to, like, educate people about Japan. But it involves, like, Mega Man and Dr. Wily and other Mega Man characters getting sucked out of the video game world and into the real world into Japan, where, like, Dr. Wily's now trying to take over the world, starting with Japan.
Never. Okay, I think when you brought that up, I think I remember watching like one of the episodes.
For the longest time, only one of the episodes was available on YouTube,
I think
but
one
now
of the
all
episodes.
of them are.
I was gonna say I think one of the episodes was like a Japanese festival or something.
Yeah, all of them are trying to teach people about different things about Japan.
Okay. I need to, when we have the time, Ari, I need to watch that with you so I can brush up on my Mega Man lore. I only know the NES timeline. That's basically
I can help you brush up on your Mega Man lore for at least the main timeline. When it gets into, like, Battle Network and Star Force, that's where I get lost, because I haven't really played those games.
No.
Because those are, like, all you have to know about those, as far as their place in the timeline, is they're a separate timeline.
Okay, so basically it's like with Castlevania. There's the AUs for the re-releases of the different games, and they're separate and they're their own time splits.
Yeah, the central conceit of like Battle Network as a timeline and Star Force is that Battle Network and Star Force are basically an AU where instead of robotics becoming the focus of everything, basically internet connectivity became the focus of the world. And like computer programs are what everyone uses instead of robots. Like computer programs that are like digital characters that have like real thoughts and feelings and personalities.
Yeah. So basically, instead of a world where the future is like cybernetics and robotics, it's more of like an online server or like a
the world is, everything is internet connected. I mean everything.
Okay, because I was gonna say, go ahead.
Like including someone's oven.
Yes, one of the first things that happens in the first Battle Network is like your family's oven catches on fire because it was hacked.
Good.
Because
Lord.
there's a cyber terrorist organization called World 3, which is spelled WWW for some reason, but pronounced World 3.
Yeah, because
that's like committing cyber crimes.
Yeah, the only like history I have with Mega Man is Mega Man 1, 2, 3, I think all the way up to like the recent classic Mega Man they did was I think it's like 11 or
that was 11
or okay, I was just making sure because I only know the classic Mega Mans very well. I recently am learning about Mega Man X's stuff.
I can help you get caught up on Mega Man X and Mega Man Legends at the very least. I'm also not very knowledgeable about Zero and Mega Man Zero and Mega Man ZX because I haven't really played those games much.
Yeah.
I can tell you all about the X series and the Legend series.
I vaguely know Battle Network just from the anime.
I'm currently looking into trying to find a copy of Star Force 1, if I may add. I've got a copy of Star Force 1, and I'm not using it anytime soon. If you want to buy it off me, we can negotiate a price on Discord.
Question. There was a robot in the Game Boy Mega Man called Lanker. Did they ever bring him back?
Oh, Anchor is his name. He came back for some cameo appearances in other games as like a bonus boss because like each of the Game Boy Mega Man games had their own unique like boss you fought right before Dr. Wily. In the first one it was Anchor, in the second it was Blade, and the third it was Punk.
Okay, the reason why I called
in the second it was Quint, in the third it was Ballet, and in the fourth it was Punk, and then fifth didn't have one because instead of just reusing Robot Masters from like NES Mega Man games, it had its own unique set of like alien Robot Masters that Dr. Wily was trying to harness.
Yeah, I was gonna say the reason why I called him Lanker is because you remember Kane, right?
Yeah.
Like
unfortunately, yes.
Yeah, same here. Apparently he called him Lanker instead of Anchor.
Yeah, it's actually it's Anchor because each of them are named after a different musical term, and he's named after a Japanese form of music called enka.
Oh, okay, so that's why. Yeah,
like Ballade is named after a ballad, Quint is named after a quintet.
Yeah.
And Punk, obvious.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because I had a hard time with Anchor, well, I think he said it was Anchor, but yeah, Anchor I had a hard time with because I was learning how to deal with him, and I had no energy left for any of my weapons, so I had to go full Mega Buster on him. God forbid.
Chuck, no worries. In the future, if you're not feeling well enough to be on stream, absolutely just take the night off. Or, like, just, you know, lurk in the chat. Because I don't want you to push yourself if you're feeling sick. I only got about $15 at the moment, though I do have a ton of games I'm willing to part with. Like, I'm trying to offload games. I know that Star Force is probably not worth all that much, plus I only have the cartridge. I never had... No, I do have the box. No, I'm thinking of ZX that I have the box for. I only have the cartridge, so it wouldn't be worth nearly as much. I'll have to look up... What I do is I look up, like, market prices, and then I negotiate with my friends on, like, a lower price than that. That's still fair. Plus, you wouldn't have to buy it right away. You know, I would hold it for
Chuck,
you.
I hope you feel better as well. Apparently, a lot of people are getting sick, and I'm just hoping everybody just feels better. I mean, I'm starting to get a little bit sick myself, but I think it's just more so the allergies of, like, the constant, like, hot and cold change, so...
I see you in chat, Lulu. Hermit Coco, wake the fuck up. Who goes there? Oh, the one who traverses the dimensions. I trust you've been well.
Hello. I'm sorry to disturb you, but you may be our last hope. Can you tell me what happened to the Chaos Emeralds?
The enemy is trying to break the seal and escape the digital dream. We have used our technology to combine and hide the Chaos Emeralds.
Thanks for the insight. We won't let you down.
Woof? More like ah-woo, Lulu. What's with this woof heresy?
Lulu is being spicy.
Nah, she's usually spicy. Nah, I'm not saying anything further with that. That would incriminate her.
You want to finish that statement?
No.
I was gonna good answer.
I'll change what I was going to say. She gets spicy when Von Lycon's involved.
You know I can only hold her back for 3 seconds, right?
Alright, now I'm buying some abilities for Amy. Because you have to buy, like, even her basic attack.
That just sounds annoying and tedious.
But you gain skill points a lot quicker. Like, I've only found, like, a handful of these experience Coco, and I've got... Well, I just spent 10 skill points, but I have 35 left, so I had 45 skill points.
Okay. Oh, my God.
Allie, you suck, says Lulu. Don't you wish? I kind of do have a kind of rare 3DS game called Tekken 3D or whatever it's called that contains Blood Vengeance, though it's only the case, not that I miss it since Blood Vengeance was shit, lol. Blood Vengeance was also, I believe, released on PS3 as part of the Tekken hybrid thing. But the 3DS version of Blood Vengeance is the only one that's in 3D.
Yeah. God, what was the last Tekken game I actually played? I think it was on PS3.
So it was probably Tekken 6 or maybe that like weird online multiplayer only Tekken game that was made using Tekken 6 assets.
I was gonna say, because all I remember was Jack and this robot girl being first introduced into it.
Elisa Boskanovich, yes, that would be Tekken 6.
Okay, then yeah, that was the last one I played when I had it for PS3.
Chuck, I'm telling you this, I would rather... I get that you're only sporadically on my streams and you want to be on more of them, but I care more about your physical well-being than this goes for all my friends. I care more about your physical well-being than having you on board for commentary. I'm willing to go solo if that's if it means, you know, all my friends get the time to recover from like a sickness or an injury or whatever that they need.
Yeah, Chuck, like, here's the thing, real talk, there's only one you. If there'll always be streams that you could be a part of as well. Like your health comes first, my dude. Get some rest and actually like take care of yourself, because the last thing we need is for anyone to get worse and then have more serious issues.
Yeah.
I seriously hope you get
Chuck
better
also
soon.
said, though Nico and Lulu, down girl.
Both me and Lulu?
No, I read that wrong. Thanks for the concern, though, Nico, and Lulu, down girl.
Oh no. Look, I can only save so many people from Lulu's wrath at a time. The moment that somebody pushes her off the deep end, I cannot save you. Believe me, I would try, but I would not be able to hold her back. There's only so much a Belmont can do at this point.
Yeah, Belmonts are only human after all. Hey,
Yeah,
don't
we
throw
may have,
something at
like,
me.
super-
It was Chuck who said that.
I was gonna say, like, we may have superhuman strength and godly holy powers, but we are still human at the end of the day. We can easily get destroyed.
But will they destroy us all? Destroy us all! Destroy us all! I should have asked you to get Richard Horvitz to say something about that, because that's one of my favorite Billy bits from Billy and Mandy. Destroy us all.
I was gonna say, unless you serve Dracula or whatever, you're not really much in worry of me coming after you.
Chuck says I'm fine
Or
now,
if you're trying to destroy
okay,
the
that's
world.
good to hear.
That's good. And when I get my internet back, Chuck, I hope to talk to you again soon. Again, I miss hanging out in the Discord call with you guys and doing some like Skullgirls and Sonic the Fighter streams. I do miss
Speaking of doing things in the Discord server, I got this idea from several YouTubers that I watch of like making my like recording and note taking for reviews on the second channel a bit less boring, and also have some community interaction by like every now and then, if I feel up to it, streaming in my Discord server myself, doing like the recording sessions and note taking while chatting with people.
Yeah,
maybe that could work.
Iron says, being honest, I'm actually curious, how much more powerful will a Belmont become if one learned Hamon like Jonathan and Joseph Joestar did? Given that it has the power of the sun in your hands, very.
Well, here's the thing as well. If you look at JoJo's Bizarre Adventure in Castlevania, it's literally the same story except with a minor difference. It literally follows point for point. So in other words, you could say the Joestars and the Belmonts are very similar, just different ways of fighting, and I keep hearing metal pans.
Yes, because Lulu dropped an anvil on me.
Yeah, Lulu is attacking you. There is nothing I can do for you on that, and I am terribly sorry.
What did I do, in the words of Eustace Bagg?
What didn't you do, Ari? That's the real question.
But Tish. But no, in a sense, with the Joestars and the Belmonts, we are literally almost one and the same. The only difference is the Joestars use stands to fight, whereas we Belmonts.
Well, not all the Joestars do. Jonathan and Joseph didn't, because stands hadn't been introduced in JoJo's yet.
Well, yeah. Well, true, but I'm just saying, like, in terms of what we basically use. My family uses holy relics and weapons, as well as magic, whereas mainly the characters in JoJo use like stands and like other means of battle. But we have the same concepts almost, so there's even some JoJo integrated stuff in some Castlevanias, actually.
Yeah, you can find the stone mask in Symphony of the Night.
You can also get a soul in Aria, where you literally have Platinum Star as Star Platinum as your stand.
And I think it's Maria in Rondo of Blood and Dracula X Chronicles has like
Yes,
You know,
she
she has a stand if
Guardian.
she has a stand, basically.
do an input. If you do an input, basically,
Yeah.
yeah, it's Guardian Knuckle. It's Guardian Knuckle.
Yeah,
Apparently,
Guardian
though,
Knuckle is basically just a stand.
she has it in Judgment. The sad thing is, though, she does not have it in Portrait of Ruin when you play her in the extra mode. She does not have that. She does not have that ability, and I'm like, that's one of her key attacks. It's also very fucking powerful. Apparently, Death is super weak to it.
So you're saying there's a way to conquer death, eh?
Yeah, the Belmonts
Well, the
have done it
concept-
multiple times.
We've been doing it since 1094, my dude. And
So, just
I guess in
whatever
a
you-
sense, you can't really permanently kill Death. It's just more so we halt him for a time because he is tied to Dracula due to the Crimson Stone that Dracula has, and Death, I guess you can say, is a vampire in a sense to where he feeds on what leaves our mortal body.
yeah.
I think he even feeds on void creatures and anything that has basically like an aura or a life pulse. Even the undead if they fall, because again, Death isn't picky on what he eats.
That's true.
Since we brought up since I brought up some Twisted Metal lore for you last night, and you seemed interested in it, I was trying to tell you about Mr. Grimm, who is, depending on which Twisted Metal game it is, in most of them he is the Grim Reaper, but the way he's depicted is not necessarily as like the one who rules over death, even though he is the Reaper of souls. But he's also a soul junkie. He gets his nutrition and high off of souls, and he's like addicted to them. So he needs to reap more souls in order to satisfy his addiction.
Yeah, I was gonna say that sounds nuts, but also the fact that the concept of the Grim Reaper itself, it's just the personification of death. It's not actually straight up death.
Yeah, but
in terms of a concept.
And like how he's depicted kind of varies from game to game. Like in Twisted Metal 1, in his what they call the Lost Endings, which is the live action FMVs that were cut from the final game. Like in his ending, you know, he wins Twisted Metal. Or if you watch if I show you the cut FMVs, you'll hear them refer to it as the High Octane Tournament. That's because the working title, one of several working titles, but the one that made it all the way to the FMV shooting was High Octane. Before they settled on Twisted Metal as the final title.
Okay.
But like he comes in and like you know, Calypso is going to read the contract to see what Mr. Grimm's wish is, and he's like, I don't want to wish, I'm here for your soul. And he's one of the few that wins against Calypso, because since Calypso is bound to grant the wishes of the winner of Twisted Metal, Mr. Grimm gets Calypso's soul and drives off with him strapped to the back of his bike.
But no, JKR, when Ari gets the Lament of Innocence, it explains a lot about my family and the creatures we hunt. And it's also a very good game. It's a very good game lore and story-wise.
We got an Aura and a voice of your choice redeem as Knockout. Okay. It's been a while since I've gotten into my Knockout voice, but I think it's gotten easier for me to slip into it. So, here you go, you weird man. Aura.
That while you're at Ari, how'd you hydrate? Because Chuck here did redeem that too.
Okay, I didn't see that.
I already hydrated. I finished.
Okay,
off my
hydration
caffeine.
has been achieved.
Excellent.
And we can talk to Sage around the island without needing to collect memory tokens. We just have to find where she is.
Okay.
I saw a tower like this on
I can tell you where she is.
What did the ancients use it for?
Not here.
This was an observation tower. Its main function was to send out radio signals to detect the enemy hunting them down from space. Once the enemy's presence was detected, the defense systems on the
So that's what all these towers throughout the islands are for.
Do you recall the tower?
They're basically just radio towers.
Similar.
Yep.
The tower
I got back to the Twisted Metal show now that you mentioned it. I got to the part where Axel is introduced in Mr. Grimm. I still haven't seen the Twisted Metal show. I need to find a good way to watch it, because it's a Paramount Plus exclusive, and I don't want to sign up for Paramount Plus.
I'm thinking about signing up for it, but only to get the free trial and just take my card off so I can.
The thing is, I
get
would
the free
do that,
one.
but I also know damn well that I would forget the part about, you know, canceling the free trial when you're done with it.
Yeah,
I mean, what I did was...
Go ahead. I interrupted you.
What I did was when I signed up for those free trials, what I tend to do is I'm trying to think, what was it I do? Oh yeah, I immediately
Wasn't it
after I
Peacock
signed
exclusive? Okay, I keep forgetting Peacock is a thing, and I thought it was Paramount Plus, but yes, it's Peacock.
Oh yeah, it is on Peacock.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But also, what I usually did was I basically what I did was I signed up for the free trial and then immediately said that I was canceling my free trial, but they still allowed me to continue with the free trial until its runtime was up.
Okay.
Yeah. Because what I want to watch on Paramount it fully is the Knuckles the Echidna show. Because I still want to see like all of it.
Apparently you're not missing much, but I still want to see some parts of it. Like, you know, the first appearance of Iblis since 2006.
Well, I want to see it just for the sheer fact that I just love what the Sonic movie, live-action Sonic movies are doing in terms of, like, content. And the Knuckles one just seems like a good time, in my opinion, to me, just for the fact that I would like a good laugh.
I will say, you have to get used to the fact that despite it being called Knuckles, it's got very little Knuckles in it. It's mostly about Wade.
Well, yeah, but that's not what I'm worried about. I just want to enjoy it just for the fact that I found that someone said that one of the episodes, if you go in without any context, it is hilarious AF.
Probably the one with the backstory of Knuckles as told by Chief Pachacamac.
Yeah. Did you have anything else to say, JKR, before I went into whatever I was doing?
I don't think so.
Okay, I was just making sure.
No, it's cool.
Are you sure you're not Canadian, Nico? Because you're very polite.
Look, here's the thing. Look, here's the thing. One, I am not Canadian. If I was, I would be questioning everything. Plus, I would actually have decent health care.
And have free health care.
Pretty much. That's why I said decent. And two, I've just been raised that way. I've always felt like I needed to be more polite, if anything, and I just don't feel like being like rude and upfront with a lot of people. It's just like, I'm kind to you if you're kind to me. That's basically how it's gonna work. I treat you the way you're gonna treat me, buddy.
But yeah, Mr. Grimm is a very fun character story-wise because of how his portrayal differs from game to game, and also his lore differs from game to game because there's like multiple reboots and like decanonizations and alternate timelines of Twisted Metal.
Huh. I actually remember on PlayStation Home they did something for Twisted Metal. They had a Twisted Metal World, I think.
Yeah, it was probably for the 2012 Twisted Metal game, which was the last one to be released so far. Like it was
and I
one that
remember, like,
hyped
a lot of
itself
people
up
hanging-
on being the first online multiplayer Twisted Metal game. But its online servers weren't up to snuff at launch, and that left people with a very bare bones single player mode, or like very bare bones local multiplayer. And also, like, story-wise, it goes for a super grimdark, serious tone that rubbed a lot of people the wrong way, because it's, like, so dark that you kind of just stop caring, because there's not really any levity. That's intentional, at least.
Yeah, because I remember... Yeah,
and they
'cause
also
I remember that
introduced a mechanic to the game that nobody liked, which was races. Like, you have to race in some stages instead of just, you know, combat.
Kill people.
Yeah.
But yeah, the PlayStation Home thing, when it was up, when the servers were up, they had a thing for Twisted Metal and like different kinds of like PlayStation IPs. I miss that because, like, yeah, it was still in like the beta phase that they kept making it like it was, and sadly they shut it down because I enjoyed it. It was basically it was very fun. It was just basically like a better Gaia Online, in my opinion.
Yeah. But almost nobody used it, so they discontinued it. So
Yeah.
Amy found a Chaos Emerald, but it's got a shield around it, so now we switched to Knuckles.
Okay. Also, I hear funky music.
Yeah. Amy will be playable later. Feel free to progress through the game and return to Amy to complete any unfinished tasks.
Ancient's technology is hiding emeralds from us.
But yeah, as Shadow Dragon said, Mr. Grimm, as portrayed in the 2012 Twisted Metal game, is, instead of being the Grim Reaper, he is a gang leader who is the son of a Daredevil stuntman who was killed in a stunt gone wrong. Basically Johnny Blaze's backstory from Ghost Rider. But
Yeah.
instead of becoming, you know, the Ghost Rider, he becomes like a motorcycle gang leader, and his whole thing he wants from Twisted Metal is to wish to go back in time to stop his dad from dying.
Oh, okay.
And therefore stop himself from becoming the bad person that he is. He's the most likable, to my knowledge, you know, in terms of not being a complete evil piece of shit in Twisted Metal 2012. And he's one of only 3 actual characters you get to play as, whereas everyone else is just, like, mooks that work for the 3 characters that can drive the classic Twisted Metal vehicles. So characters like Axel and, Pit Viper, Warthog, they're not in the game. But their vehicles are. Like, the 3 main characters that you play as in the story mode, and it's like a linear one after the other story instead of select your character, are Sweet Tooth, Dollface, and Mr. Grimm. Hey, Knuckles has his OVA hat. Yep, he does.
There were underground passages on Ares Island.
Still the best design of Knuckles.
Yeah, and this is an outfit that he had in Sonic Force's Speed Battle, which is like an enhanced take on, you know, Knuckles with the Treasure Hunter hat, where it also gives him, like, a leather vest, some black gloves with silver spikes on them, and brown shoes, kind of going for an Indiana Jones look.
Power to build a new civilization on
Yeah.
the island. The underground passages on Ares Island were one of many paths leading to the submerged spaceships. Though they no longer...
Yeah, when we talk to Sage in the DLC, we get a lot more lore dumps about the Starfall Islands and how cyberspace works. And
Oh,
one of
God.
them, which I hope I find, because I've never completed the map in the DLC, because it has some hard challenges tied to map completion. And thankfully it's not required to get the true ending. But, one of them, you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Just my right eye feels like it's burning a little bit.
Oh.
Then again, I'm due for my eye injection, which I'm hopefully getting Thursday because of the blood vessels in my eye.
Okay. But
It just feels like a warm. It feels like a warm sensation, basically, that's constantly throbbing.
okay. Not throbbing in the fun way, I assume. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
God damn it! But no, all I gotta say is neovascular glaucoma and diabetic retinopathy is a bitch. Ugh.
But one of the sage interactions I want to... Yes, I deserve that. One of the sage interactions I want to find, but I don't know where it is on the map because I've never completed the map, is one where she explains Big the Cat being on the Starfall Islands in his own secluded area dedicated to fishing. Like, a canon explanation for how he got there. Other than, I don't know, I was just looking for my pal Froggy, and suddenly I was here. Do you want to go fishing? You know, that's all you get before the DLC from talking to Big. He doesn't know how he got there, he just somehow got there.
I was gonna say, are you sure that he didn't come there on his own instead of being brought there? Because he's like, oh no, you didn't trap me in here with you. You trapped me in. I'm trapped. You're trapped in here with me.
If in the event that I can't find the sage interaction that explains that, I will explain it, which is basically like, it's not really big. It's a construct of Sonic's memories, finding like a secluded place to just relax and thinking of the most chill, relaxing person he can think of, which is Big.
Big the Cat is just straight up awesome, best character. I don't care what people say.
Yeah, I don't care how many like 2000s, early 2010s era YouTubers who never really played Sonic talk about how bad of a character Big the Cat is. Dude's awesome.
Look, his missions in Sonic Adventure were a pain in the ass. Okay, I can agree with that. But Big the Cat himself is just one guy you just want to chill with. He doesn't care. He does his own thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Also, I have no idea what these pointy cocos are for. I just keep finding them. I've never looked into what they do.
Oh.
You find them in, like, things you have to side-loop on the map. But I don't know what they're for. I just know that they're a collectible.
Oh, Mint. Oh, God. Mint, please don't fall over. I really need to keep you sitting up.
Ghost! It's time to call the Ghostbusters!
Oh, trust me, if a ghost possessed Mint and somehow the plushie is full...
No, I mean the mini-boss we're fighting now is called Ghost.
Oh, okay. You see, you said ghost, and I'm just like, context, please.
Ghostbusters, they're back in town. You need to pee. That is so crazy.
I told Derp about that. She listened to the first 20 minutes of the stream we were all on when you were singing that.
So the entirety of the album, yes.
I hope to God that if I ever join... Yeah, she's like, if I ever join you guys on a stream, I hope to God he doesn't sing that. I'm like, don't give him ideas.
Nah. There are songs on the deluxe edition of the album that I didn't sing.
Oh, God.
Like extra songs that were added to the deluxe edition re-release.
You know, if you ever made a bard in D&D, you could actually sing those songs as part of your ways of powering people up.
I will power people up with the power of the Ghostbusters.
I can't promise you that one of the party members may try to off themselves from it, but you can try.
No, then they will become a ghost, and then I'll need to call the Ghostbusters.
Goblins just try to attack, and they hear the song, and they're just like, oh, hell no, I'm not coming near that.
What the hell is that music? Oh, dear God, it's him.
Oh God, it's him. No, nope, it's not. It's not worth the 10 gold that we are going to get for killing these people. Just leave. Just leave. Pretend we weren't here.
Yep. Fuck this shit, I'm out.
I can't overstate how great the story behind Super Ghostbusters is, like what led to its creation. It was just boredom and frustration combined with, you know, making do with what you have around you when you're bored and frustrated. And by that I mean,
like 80% of YouTube.
By that I mean Joel's internet was down for like 2 weeks. So, speaking of, I can't really bust in the PNG model, but I'm busting IRL, I promise you.
I was gonna say, like, isn't that just 80% of YouTubers in general?
Yes, but in this case, he was bored and frustrated from not having internet for 2 weeks, which, given that he makes his living off of live streaming, is kind of a problem. So what he did was he went into his music-making software, Mixcraft, and saw that he had, like, some MIDIs downloaded, some MIDI files, and one of them was the Ghostbusters theme, and he's like, I have a stupid idea, but this is going to keep me occupied for these 2 weeks, and then I'll debut it live on stream with no context.
I mean, to be fair, when I showed, like I said, when I showed Derp, my friend Derp, the Super Ghostbusters, Derp was like, why is this a thing? How is this a thing? Why is the purple cabbage confused?
I love the idea of a bard that uses brain rot music to power up his teammates. There we go. I could also go with some Hololive brain rot. It's time for me to power you up with one of my songs. Sticking out your gat for an Rizzler. You're so bow bow. You're so bee-boo tax.
Oh God. I'm just gonna say this right now. With how D&D works, like, there is no rule to how, like, there is an ability to where bards can sing the power of the party. However, there is no rule to what songs you could sing. You could basically make up anything. Like, I think one D&D session I watched on YouTube with Chugga Conroy, Proton John, NCS, and Steven Plays. Chugga Conroy sang a broken down version of Camptown Races, and I think Proton John said, like, oh God, please make it stop.
I love Knuckles' climbing animation in this. I feel his power. Yes, also, hi, Kier.
Yeah.
Sorry for not saying hi earlier. I also saw your message about the non-chuckling Knuckles. I mean, that whole thing about, like, unlike Sonic, I don't chuckle is a big fat lie, because what does he do every time he sees Sonic in Sonic 3 and Knuckles? He chuckles.
He chuckles, yeah.
Knuckles does chuckle.
I think he's just trying... I think Knuckles is more along the lines just trying to compensate for something, even though he's really just lying to himself.
I mean, what does he have to compensate for? He's got a four-headed penis.
I'll pretend I didn't hear that part.
If you're worried about that, you don't want to know about the females of his tribe.
Yeah, I deserve that, Shadow Dragon. Unlike Sonic, I don't chuckle. WTF. Have you not listened to Knuckles' theme song from Sonic Adventure? One of the lines in the verse.
In the chorus, verse of his song.
In the verse is, here I come, rougher than the rest of them, the best of them, tougher than leather. You can call me Knuckles. Unlike Sonic, I don't chuckle.
Unlike Sonic,
I'd rather flex my muscles.
I'd rather flex my muscles. Yep. I'm not gonna lie though, Sonic Adventure and Adventure 2 Battle had a lot of good bangers in terms of, like, vocals for the music.
Oh hell yeah! That's why in Japan at least, in addition to releasing, you know, the songs for all the levels and stuff on CD, they would also do separate releases of just all the vocal tracks.
My two favorite songs from there, aside from some of the boss music, mainly Suitable Opponent and For True Story, was Tails' theme and I Am the Eggman.
Yeah,
Those
I Am the
two
Eggman
were
is great,
addictive.
and I wish it was more heavily featured in the Sonic 3 movie, but still cool that it got a cameo in there.
I still find it funny how somebody edited one of the scenes to where they had Jim Carrey say, "I have one more thing to say. I pissed on the moon. Take that, Obama." Somebody edited the actual scene near the end, and I was just like, "Good Lord, they finally did it."
No, it's a reference to Sonic for Hire, and in the particular short, it's from Knuckles listening to his theme and says what I just posted verbatim. Oh, I haven't watched any Sonic for Hire in, like, a decade. I never really liked it all that much. I thought it was okay, not terrible, it's just I didn't really get into it. But I had a friend who was really into it and really into Dorkly, and would show me a lot of that stuff. I would just kind of grin and bear it.
That shit, Sonic for Hire was one I watched the hell out of back in like 2012, 2013. It was just like something I'd watch with a couple friends on Xbox 360 while we were like playing games like Halo 3 and Castlevania HD. It was just hilarious.
Yeah, in retrospect, it's really cringe. I wouldn't necessarily say it's really cringe in retrospect, because you could say that about damn near anything. It's just more so its humor. Its humor didn't click with me. Its humor didn't click with me.
It's more so like brain dead comedy, but in a way where you just have like it's just not for everybody.
Also, I gotta go with one of my new favorite motivational phrases whenever somebody says that something they used to watch was cringe. Do not kill your cringe. Kill the part of you that cringes.
To be cringe is to be free, as my artist friend says.
Yeah, we at least got Live and Learn as far as Sonic Adventure 2 music and Sonic 3. I just wish it, was the whole song instead of just the chorus. Like, even on the OST, it's not like a full version of the song, it's just the chorus.
I was gonna say, somebody actually, using like the instrumentals for like they used in the movie, they did For True Story, which was the theme when Sonic and Shadow fought on the Ark and Adventure 2 battle, it sounds amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, in general, the Sonic. If there's one thing I have to criticize the Sonic movies for, it's that they do not use enough Sonic music.
Yeah. What I wish they did for Eggman versus Gerald, they should have done Suitable Opponent.
Yeah.
The one that they did for like Knuckles versus Rouge and Tails versus Eggman. That boss theme is underrated, and I love the hell out of it.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay, I think my allergies are coming for me. Sorry to hear about that, Kier.
What's going on, JKR?
I am a little drowsy all of a sudden, so I think I'm actually going to hop off.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Take some time off. Get some rest.
Get some rest.
I don't know why. I'm just tired, so I'm going to have to hop off. I'll still watch from the chat, though.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you make sure you get some good rest, stay hydrated, and take care of yourself.
You too, Nico.
Thank you.
Ari, and see Nico.
See ya.
Later. And then there were two.
Yes. I wish they used Throw It All Away from when Shadow appeared in front of Team Sonic. Okay, but like, if Shadow does get, like, a big damn hero scene in the inevitable Sonic 4, then they need to have it play All Hail Shadow.
What they need to do in Sonic 4 is have Shadow in a cantina in Mexico because he loves Latinas.
I mean, if you I say this as if you can see this, but in the post-credit scene where in the post-credit scene where it shows that he lived, he is in a desert.
Yeah, I know that because Lulu described some of the scenes to me, with what I'm excited for Sonic 4 is Amy, because now I really want to see how they do the whole dynamic with her, Sonic, and the Metal Sonics.
Yeah, I like that they went with, like, the Army of Metal Sonics, which is, of all things, a reference to the Fleetway comics.
Yeah, and I'm very excited about that. Also, real talk, I want to see Big the Cat in the movie, just for the fact I want to see a human look up and see this massive-ass cat. Just be like, what the fuck?
And he needs to be voiced by, Vin Diesel.
Yes.
Or,
No, Hugh Jackman. Hugh Jackman needs to voice Big.
No. I just remembered what my, fan casting for, Big the Cat was.
What?
Bruce Campbell.
Yes. I was gonna say, Jack Black, but Jack Black's already got enough.
Imagine Bruce Campbell as Big the Cat, seriously.
Oh Lord.
Why can't it be Kyle Hebert? I mean, I'm just thinking in terms of, like, a Hollywood hack fraud producer who's going to put a marketable name on there instead of a talented voice actor. It's a miracle that we got Colleen O'Shaughnessy to voice Tails in the movies, while she also voices him in the games. But they also, like, put her, like, lower on the billing than everyone else in Sonic 2 and 3, because she's now a celebrity. Or, like, a mainstream celebrity, and that sucks. It's just business.
What I want to hear as Big the Cat, I know it's never gonna happen, but I just like a fan thing for me. I want to hear Harrison Ford be Big the Cat.
Okay, there was, like, a rumor going around during the, before Keanu Reeves was announced as, Shadow, that, it was going to be Hayden Christensen. Imagine Hayden Christensen as Big the Cat. Like, he finally gets to appear in the movies, and he's voicing Big the Cat, just having the time of his life.
Yes. Yes.
Anakin Skywalker voicing, Big the Cat.
Yeah, that would be actually amazing. I'm not gonna lie to you, but also, since the Sonic movies are going to be more of an expansive universe, there is the possibility we may get, like, because they did say in some of the interviews that since it's going to be more expansive, we may possibly see IDW as a possibility as well.
Yep,
like,
especially
especially
since Ian Flynn recently confirmed. Recently, as in, like, this was a couple months ago, but still, confirmed on his podcast that there is paperwork that is archived properly that shows that Sega owns the IDW characters.
Yeah, which means we can get Whisper and Tangle in the movies, which would be pretty cool.
Yeah. Or Dr. Starline.
Oh, God. Yeah, Starline. Starline is one I am very interested in. That could be a very equal threat to Robotnik.
I could see him being, like, given that Robotnik has kind of had an arc that's finished with Sonic 3, of course, I'm not doubting that he would go back to his villainous ways, because he is Dr. Robotnik.
Yeah.
But, like, maybe having, like, a rivalry with Agent Stone that finally gives us an in-movie chance, because we've only seen it in the promo comic for Sonic 2 so far, to show what Agent Stone can do when left to his own devices to go against a threat. Because, like, the promo comic for Sonic 2 detailed how Agent Stone came to be in charge of the Mean Bean Cafe. Mean Bean Coffee. And it wasn't a company that he founded. He got a job there and basically sabotaged his way to the top by framing the owners of the place and all the other employees for, like, serious financial crimes or something like that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's a master manipulator. He's not just a goofball.
Also, because of the Sonic 2 movie comic, the Chaotix were confirmed in there.
Yep.
So we could potentially see them as well.
Yeah, my thing is, like, obviously a lot of people want to see a lot of things in Sonic 4. My thing is, I don't want them to put too many new characters all at once in Sonic 4, because it runs into the issue of, like, you know, introducing so many characters at once, and you have to eventually decide which ones are going to get good story significance. It's the problem that movies like Batman and Robin or Amazing Spider-Man 2 had of, like, having too many villains. But it can also be too many heroes.
I was gonna say...
Sorry, I keep cutting you off.
Yeah, I was gonna say... No, you're fine. I was gonna say because with Sonic 2 and Sonic 3, they introduced 2 characters each in the movies, because you had Tails and Knuckles in Sonic 2, and then you had Shadow and Professor Gerald Robotnik in 3. And assuming with Sonic 4, we so far have Amy and Metal Sonic. So, like, I think the way they're introducing the characters, I think they're doing, like, 2 per, because it's a lot easier and more manageable.
Yeah.
And what I was going to say is another theory that somebody had, like, it was going to be like a Marvel Universe kind of thing, where instead they're thinking Neo Metal Sonic might be like the true main final.
Yeah, I could see that happening.
Like
or just having Neo Metal as, like, the Metal Sonic Prime that all the other, like, more disposable Metal Sonics are mass produced from. So it would also be more visually distinctive to tell which one's in charge. Sort of like how when they did that whole army of Metal Sonics, or I believe they called it the Brotherhood of Metallics in Fleetway, the Metal Sonic Prime that created all the copies of himself was red instead of blue.
Yeah, and it would be interesting, and it would also make sense, because then you would have a Sonic Hero situation, because inevitably, whenever they introduce everybody they want to introduce, you could have, like, all of them versus, like, Neo Metal, like, for, like...
Give Neo Metal some screen time to actually do something as Neo Metal before going straight to Metal Overlord.
Yeah, see, that was my problem with Heroes, though. Like, Heroes is a great game, but when they just gave him Metal Overlord, I'm like, yeah, that's cool and all, but I want to see what base Neo Metal could do.
Yeah, I felt the same way. It's like you cooked with this design, and you give him nothing to do but just look ominous in cutscenes.
Yeah, because, like, honestly, in my opinion, when I first saw Neo Metal, I was like, oh god, what this guy gonna do? Because if he can mimic, like, the other powers from everyone else, he would have Shadow and Shadow's Chaos energy control, and it would be just terrifying.
Like, he goes to the trouble of copying all these, like, native abilities from not just Sonic and Friends, but also Chaos's data from the Chow and from Froggy. But then, like, the final fight with him has him use none of those abilities.
Like, here's the thing.
He just turns into a giant monster.
Well, here's what I think would be like, because you know how there's, like, speed, power, and flight in terms of all the other heroes?
Yeah.
I think in a good way, Neo Metal would have the ability to have, like, all 3. Basically, like, he would swap the speed, swap the fly, or swap the power, and you would have to, like, probably, like, rock, paper, scissors all this to actually match him. Like, honestly, Neo Metal, in design-wise, looks amazing, and I just feel sad that they never utilize it again.
Yeah, Neo Metal, the first arc of the IDW comics makes some extensive use of Neo Metal, thankfully. I just need to read more of it.
Yeah. Because all I know of it is I've read it through listening to audiobooks on YouTube of the IDW comics. And like from what I've heard and listened to, like I love it. And in my opinion, I hope in the other future Sonic movies that they do for the universe, I hope Neo Metal actually becomes the main final threat, because he is very underutilized. And if done the correct way, he could be one of the most terrifying and powerful villains of all time in that universe.
Another one I could
If
see being
utilized
a
correctly.
another one I could see being a good final threat. If they want to do another movie that heavily focuses on Shadow, would be like given that when we see him arrive on Earth 50 years ago, he was encased in a meteorite, and it looks like the Black Comet from Shadow the Hedgehog.
Black Doom is what you're saying.
Black Doom. The Black Arms is something I would love to see them explore as like a threat that all of them have to team up against, because it's a threat to everybody, not just world domination, but like using the planet as a food source for their young.
I think what they're going to do with that, in my opinion or guess, is either they would do a movie based around that, or if not a movie, at least like a mini series like they did with Knuckles, but instead for Shadow would be like an entire arc for him dealing with the Black Arms.
Yeah, give us a Shadow miniseries and actually have it focus on Shadow.
Yeah, also, it would be a good way to introduce Rouge the Bat and like any other members of Team Dark, because here's the thing. You can, they utilized in the Knuckles the Echidna thing, from what I've heard, is the Flame of Disaster as an ability for Knuckles, and of course, like some other things, including like a newer villain.
Yeah.
And, in my opinion, if you do like a mini-series for some of the characters that are not in the movie yet, it could lead up to things that could connect to the movies and make a very deep and like very interesting connection, which would tie everything together.
And here's like a deep cut character that I think would be cool to incorporate into like a potential Shadow miniseries, because they were in the Archie comics and spawned their own fandom, is Eclipse the Darkling.
Yeah, Eclipse definitely would be very good for that.
Basically, like, have Shadow come face to face with, like, what he was meant to be.
Yeah, because, before stream, I told you I was listening to, like, a story, that was based around Sonic the Hedgehog, like, that happens, like, almost every day or whatever.
Yeah.
And one of the things, they did more with the Bio-Lizard, and after the Bio-Lizard fell, apparently, like, they were able to reproduce asexually, and there were many Bio-Lizards, which they nicknamed Bioraptors, on the Ark that was feeding off of like the energy sources and everything.
You'll have to send me this series. It sounds interesting.
It is a very extensive series. Like, I think there's like when they were like their canon ages in the games, and then the one I'm on right now is 5 or 6 years later, I want to say it's called, to when they're like pre-adult and living basic lives, and they go deeper into a lot of the lores. The channel's called Super Hedgehog Bros.
Okay.
Like, they do a really good job with it, and I've been getting deeper and deeper into a lot of the stuff because they're doing a lot of thunderstorm outside, all right. They did a lot of deeper like things for all the characters. Like, each of the characters like get a turn having their own specific arc. Like, they did one where Sage was saved by Tails, Sonic, and Amy, and she was freed from she found out about Robotnik and all that he's done before the events of Frontiers, and she ends up getting her own body made by Tails, and she ends up helping him.
Okay.
And like it's really good. Like you need to take time to listen to it, and it can get really goofy sometimes, but the series is really good, and they actually have interactions with people like in a chat because it's like a live stream thing.
Oh, okay.
And it's really it's really cool. Like they even have a thing where you can commission like a character you've made, and they could, and if it's you could possibly have it in the actual drama or series.
Okay.
Like they will draw it and actually put it in. They did one for someone named Obi-Wan Coyote, which is very interesting.
All right, we're playing as Tails
Apparently,
now.
his whole oh boy, my favorite character, my boy.
And Knuckles found a Chaos Emerald, but once again, it was locked.
Yeah. So, by the way, sorry if I got way too deep into that.
No. You're talking about a thing that excites you. I like that.
Like if we ever get the chance, though, I'll definitely watch some of it with you because it's really good. Oh my god, my back.
I like the detail
Tails,
that when Tails is spin dashing in this game, his two tails stick out the back of the spin ball.
Yeah, because it's like how he does it in Sonic 2 and Sonic 3 and Knuckles.
And when he jumps,
if I remember correctly,
when he jumps, his jump ball has his tail stick out just like it does in the Genesis games.
Yeah, plus if I remember correctly, Tails was the one that actually taught Sonic how to spin dash.
Depending on which continuity you're looking at, yes.
Sonic the Hedgehog 2, because
yeah, I'm talking about like Japanese or Western continuity has differences. They're trying to unify it now.
Well, I'm just saying because in the actual manual for Sonic the Hedgehog 2, the Genesis one, not the one where Tails gets kidnapped. For Game Gear, it says that the spin dash ability, Tails taught Sonic how to do it because Sonic only knew how to spin ball while running, and Tails taught him how to spin dash.
Again, that's one of the things I'm talking about is, like, I'll have to look up what the current canon on it is, because a lot of the stuff that was in the, like, Western manuals as backstory wasn't in the Japanese manuals. They're currently doing a thing where, like, they're saying that the Japanese backstories are the canon ones, but they're also trying to unify stuff from the Western manuals and spin-offs and stuff into the continuity.
I was just saying, like,
and we just got a charity donation. Interesting. Thank you to whoever that was. I couldn't make out the name, but thank you for the charity donation.
Thanks for the donation.
For supporting Extra Life. Thank you very much. It's going to a good cause.
Yes, it is, and it's a very good cause indeed. But no, I was just saying, from what I remember from reading the Sonic the Hedgehog 2 manual, from what because you brought up Tails having his two tails stuck out, and it just reminded me about the Genesis manual.
Yeah, I get you. Eggman of Chicagoland /JKR says I'll check it out. Okay.
Oh my god. But
at least I think that was a charity donation. I can't remember if I also had that set for no, that wasn't a tip for the yeah, it was a charity donation because it didn't show any increase to the tip count for the CPU. So that is indeed a charity donation, which is a good thing.
I was gonna say another two characters I want to see in the movies eventually. I hope that they ever do is Cream and Vanilla, because with the Chow Cafe, she could possibly work there.
Yeah. Fan Expo Day 3, awesome.
Ooh, nice.
It was donations for the third day of the con that JKR was working at for Extra Life.
Oh, okay. But I would really love to see Cream and Vanilla in the movies as well.
Let's be honest, you
only
just want to
question
see what a movie version of one of the few Sonic MILFs would look like.
Look,
and what she would sound like, given that she's never had a spoken role in a mainline game.
Well, she needs one, and two, I can counter argument with you and say it would be the same thing with you about Rouge.
I ain't denying it, and I'm also encouraging them to do Vanilla because I want to see that too. She is the size of an average human mother.
Yeah, plus I honestly think, I don't know who would be a good voice for her though. That is my problem.
Given that comments from Rouge's character designer for Sonic Adventure 2 confirmed that she was inspired by sexy Latina women, one, that would be a thing for some playful flirtation between her and Shadow, and two, if they wanted to get in on the memes, and two, they could cast someone like Eva Longoria Parker, or I think she's just Eva Longoria now, or, a multitude of... You know what? Salma Hayek. Salma Hayek is Rouge the Bat.
Yeah.
And I don't mean, like, voicing Rouge the Bat. I mean, just have Salma Hayek in the movie as Rouge the Bat, and give her all sorts of sexy scenes. I'm not okay for Rouge the Bat, and I'm not okay for Salma Hayek. Then again, almost no one is okay for Salma Hayek. She's in her 50s and she looks fucking amazing.
Look, if it makes you feel any better, I'm not okay for Vanilla here, so don't worry. If you're gonna get poked at, I'll get poked at as well.
Yosh.
Yosh indeed.
I hear the Yosh. But no, I would also like to see Cream actually fight again, because again, in the advance games, she was incredibly overpowered.
Yes, because she was supposed to be the easy mode.
Yeah, but
like how Tails was
battle,
like how Tails was the easy mode in the Genesis games.
Yeah, depending on the Genesis game, yeah, because in 2 you couldn't fly, you just had a higher jump.
Yeah, well, starting with Sonic 3, I mean.
Okay, yeah, with Sonic 3.
And when I say Genesis games, I mean like, Genesis era, like Genesis style games, so that also counts Sonic Mania.
Yeah, I get you. Because Tails is the copter that he uses when he flies with his 2 tails can actually damage Robotnik and some enemies.
Although you know what? I would argue that Sonic Mania is not a Genesis-styled game.
No, it isn't, but it's more Genesis feel, but not style.
You wanna, as someone who's been getting into this specific console, you know what I say Sonic Mania is, rather than a Genesis-styled Sonic game? It's what if there was a 2D Sonic game on the Saturn?
Yeah, definitely. I love Mania, because I love Mania very much, because it is a very fun game, and I love all the throwbacks, being the fact that I played a lot of the Genesis, as well as like NES and SNES, like when I was younger.
Yeah.
And it's just the fact that the way they mixed the 2D Sonic with some stuff from Sonic 3 and Knuckles, and then possibly like a Saturn special stage, but mixed with like Sonic CD, it was very good.
Yeah.
Like it didn't seem like, okay, like you're just going from different like games in general. It blended well together.
Oh, you'll like something that I just saw about Tails in this game. So each of the characters have their own unique parry animation. Like Amy bats whatever it is away with her hammer. Knuckles just deflects it with his fists. Tails pulls out a yellow bounce spring and bounces the projectile away with it.
Yes. Because here's the thing. In Sonic Battle, like I said, I love the fact he has an arm cannon and that extended boxing glove attack. And I wish they could let him have that again, because those are two of his best attacks.
Also, his ground pound move is he summons like a giant drill to dig into the ground with.
Yeah, like I said, I love Tails to death.
Like each of the other characters, you know, these are abilities that they wouldn't necessarily have IRL, but they're
abnormally
because they're in cyberspace. They have these abilities. Like Tails gets the ability to summon all these like mechanical contraptions out of fucking nowhere.
Yeah, because here's the thing. In a lot of the other games, Tails does have a lot of good abilities, and if they let him keep those, it would make a lot of enemies that happened, like what happened with Tails and Sonic Forces and all of that, pretty trivial, because he could actually put up a fight against enemies like Metal Sonic or Chaos and all that. Like, he could literally put up a fight. I mean, he did fight Chaos and not only in Sonic Adventure, but in Sonic Battle, because Chaos was one of the story enemies you fought.
Yep. I'll also say one of the details of how Tails plays that I forgot about is, like, to balance out the fact that he has flight that lasts for a much longer time than it usually does, and it also gives him a vertical boost and lets him stop himself in midair for a second. He has no homing attack.
Yeah, that would seem fair. I mean, homing attack is good and all, but sometimes homing attack is very finicky.
Well, homing attack in this game is homing attack in this game is pretty precise, but it also means he can't just like lock onto springs and home in on them. He has to actually land his jumps.
Or actually lock into enemies, basically.
Yeah. Well, as far as fighting enemies, you know, he's the only character with a projectile attack, so he can fight them from a distance.
Yeah.
But that also means, like, he has less offensive options up close other than just throwing wrenches at them from up close.
I just want to have Tails fight with just like a big ass wrench. Like, I just want to have him like have a wrench on his back, and he takes it off like a greatsword and just smacks things with it. That would be actually pretty cute.
It also seems like as part of the Corone DLC, they got Corone to record some new noises just for Tails.
Oh, really?
I'm not sure. I'll have to take a closer listen and, you know, compare both of them side by side. Okay, no, that's from a mod that's not working properly, which is supposed to replace Tails with Cream the Rabbit.
Oh, okay.
So it's giving him Cream sounds, but he still looks like Tails.
Oh god. So basically it's just Cream's mind inside of Tails, and then that's about it.
Look, she already has the penance stare. Apparently now she can assimilate people.
Well, again, Cream the Rabbit is one of the most overpowered Sonic characters known to man. She literally faced an Elder Lich horror and made Death Adder scared beyond all belief. I do not want to mess with this bunny.
Yep.
Because here's the thing, Cream is the daughter of Vanilla, and if Cream is that powerful, how powerful is her mother?
Look, Vanilla, even if we don't know what canon abilities she has, because she's not a fighter, she's a pacifist, and also usually a damsel in distress, she's at the very least got the aura of someone you don't want to fuck with, because even Shadow knows not to fuck with Vanilla from one of the only times he interacted with her.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. To a parent, you mess with their child, you're not coming out alive.
Yeah. Like, that's one of the things I like about Shadow's more modern characterization. And by modern, I mean, like, starting with Ian Flynn taking over writing duties, and from what we can tell, the restrictions on Shadow's portrayal being lessened, so he's not stupidly written by like, contractual obligation anymore. He seems to have this innate ability to, like, read what someone's like now and get their whole character. If we can also judge by, like, when he first sees Big the Cat in Shadow Generations, which is also the first time he's interacted with Big the Cat. And
yeah, because he smiles when he's near him.
Yeah, he just looks at Big the Cat. He doesn't smirk. That's the big thing. He doesn't smirk. He genuinely smiles.
Well, yeah, because Big the Cat's got that aura. He's got that energy. It's literally like he has good vibes.
Yeah, he's just a good guy.
He's just a big boy doing things in his world. Which is why also the fact that he's also...
Yet. I was just thinking out loud. I was saying, like, I found a map challenge. No, I don't think I could complete it as Tails.
No, you're fine. I was gonna say, because, like, Big the Cat's broken in Heroes, because if you body slam on Eggman enough times, you can one combo him.
Yeah. Also, flight characters tend to be a bit overpowered if you get them to max level. Against most boss fights, you can just spam Thundershoot and win.
Yeah. The one thing I had with flight characters, though, when I fought Metal Overlord, there was an odd glitch in the GameCube version that when I threw the character, when I threw both Amy and Big, they never came back to Cream. They stayed there.
Yeah, Sonic Heroes is a very glitchy game because it had a very rushed development, as many Sonic games historically have. But especially so given the era for Heroes, because it was the first time they had to develop for multiple consoles at the same time.
Also, the fact that there was supposed to be a fifth team in the game that was supposed to be Fang, Bark, and Bean, which was going to be Team Destructix.
Yeah, there was also going to be a. It was
Team Hooligan. It was Team Hooligan.
Yeah, it was going to be. There was also going to be a team where Metal Sonic was playable, along with. Like, this was early
Metal
on
Sonic,
in planning.
Metal
It was
Tails,
dropped
and Metal
early
Knuckles.
on. Yeah, that was dropped early on.
Yeah, I remember hearing about that.
But, like, you look at the development of Heroes, and it gives you a whole new respect for Takashi Iizuka, no matter how much Sonic fans want to hate on him for, seeing him as the one to blame for Sonic's, mediocre years of the 2010s. Because he was, the new head of Sonic Team. Dude literally almost killed himself working on, not like out of trying to off himself, but like from overworking himself on Sonic Heroes.
Like basically overtaxing himself. Basically like how Yoshi P almost overtaxes himself doing Final Fantasy XIV.
Like
basically
what
like that level.
Like if you listen to stories that he's talked about for the development of Sonic Heroes, he was supposed to be, the director of the game, and there was supposed to be a team of level designers, or at least one level designer, because this was still when Sonic Team was, pretty small, and it still kind of is.
Well, yeah.
But the lead level designer got sick, and that left no one on the team to be in charge of level designs. And this was early on in development, and almost no level designing had gotten done. So, Takashi Iizuka, director of the game, future head of Sonic Team, takes over level design duties as well.
I was going to say, because a lot of people want a Sonic Heroes 2, and I do kind of agree with them, but at the same time...
There were, talks about doing a Sonic Heroes 2 shortly after, while Sonic Heroes was in development, but part of having to direct the game, which means, you know, managing everyone on the team, as well as also having to basically design all the levels by himself, because the original level designer got sick. He worked himself so much that he was hospitalized.
Yeah, again, it's a similar situation to how Yoshi P with Final Fantasy 14, he literally was working on the game nonstop with each of the expansions and almost killed himself with by having no sleep and constantly on energy drinks. And and everyone from the game kept telling him, "Look, we have enough content. Make sure you take care of yourself. We can wait as long as you need to then release the next expansion." So it's like a similar situation with Sonic Heroes.
Yeah, I might be getting my stories crossed with the story of another game's development, but if I remember correctly, like, he got so sick that he was coughing up blood.
Ugh.
And had to be hospitalized, and during that time, he started playing Jak 2 for the PS2. And that's where he got the idea of, like, instead of doing a follow-up to Sonic Heroes gameplay-wise, why don't we try doing, you know, a darker, since that seems to be where the industry's heading at the time, and he enjoyed Jak 2, why don't we try doing that with Sonic? But, Sonic's not going to be, you know, a gun-wielding badass. Let's give it to Shadow flesh him out some.
Yeah.
Okay, the shields are down on at least one of the Chaos Emeralds. So Amy can get her emerald now.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, the only thing people had a problem with Shadow the Hedgehog was you had to play one stage like 10 times.
Okay,
like,
Knuckles
that's
is
one
getting
thing
his
that people found
too.
annoying. Okay, so that's 2 emeralds.
Yeah. I mean, people had a lot of problems with Shadow the Hedgehog, depending on who you ask, of course. But the main problem is, you know, having to play the opening stage 10 fucking times to get the true ending.
Well, yeah. I will say this, though. The only problem I had with Shadow the Hedgehog was the second mission where you had to destroy the alien spaceship by chasing
it. The alien tank
that
thing
was my
where
only problem,
you have to destroy it before it just exits the stage, which, if it does exit the stage, that's the only time, canonically, in English dub at least, that we've ever heard Sonic say, damn.
Yeah, also the fact that there was a glitch in I forgot which version it was. It was either the PS2 or the GameCube version.
It was probably PS2 because the PS2 versions of Sonic games at the time tended to be the buggier ones.
Because, well, the glitch I'm talking about is there's a hill where Shadow has to climb, and once the ship reached that hill, it went through the stage, and it ended up saying mission failed, even though it was supposed to go upwards.
I'll tell you what stage
through the stage, and there was no way you can actually get to it.
I'll tell you what stage it was my worst nightmare, and still is in every Shadow the Hedgehog playthrough I do, because it is affected by a glitch in all versions that triggers at random. And that's the one where you're on the Space Colony Ark. The one where you're on the Space Colony Ark and you have to, for the hero mission, you have to hunt down the 30 artificial chaos.
I know what you're talking about.
There's a glitch that triggers at random, and there's really nothing you can do about it if it does trigger other than restart the whole stage, where the final, where like one of the artificial chaos you need to kill just doesn't spawn.
Yeah, I remember that. I didn't like hunting down all 30 artificial chaos. I was just like, okay, hell no.
It also doesn't help that it's the only stage where it's like a maze rather than a straightforward beginning to end.
You want to know something I realized that would be very nauseating?
What?
If they ever re-released Shadow the Hedgehog and they gave it an achievement system, you do know they're going to say, get all S ranks on everything.
Yeah.
That would be nauseating.
That was already an achievement in Sonic 06, although it's very poorly worded.
Yeah.
Where they say, like... Yeah. Where they say, like, complete every mission to the maximum and unlock the true ending, which people thought that meant that there was like a secret ending in the game, but no, it just means beat everything, including the final story with S ranks.
The only Sonic game I perfectly did an achievement, like every achievement for, was Sonic Generations when it first came out.
Yeah, I can see that.
I got every achievement in that game, and then when I heard Sonic X Shadow Generations came out, part of me was like, I'm sad I'm not going to get to experience that game, but at the same time, I'm happy I'm not going to experience it just for the sheer fact that I do not want to hunt down all those Chow just for the achievement.
Yeah.
I do not want to do that.
Yeah, especially because the Chow are now a new collectible.
I already hated the fact that in Sonic Advance 3 you had to hunt down... Yeah, because in Sonic Advance 3 you had to find all the Chow to get a key to enter the Chaos Emerald stages, and I never liked that. I hated it.
Can we just say that the special stages, whether it was unlocking them or actually playing them in the Sonic Advance games, all uniformly sucked ass?
Well, that is trivial because the thing that sucked was in Advance, the first one, it was easy to find the springs, but the stages were super hard.
The stages were super hard because there was no depth perception for what they were trying to do. It sucked.
Well, yeah, but as I was gonna say, in Advance 2 and 3, it was harder to get into the special stages, but the special stages themselves were super, super easy.
I have never played a special stage in 2 or 3 just because of how hard unlocking them is.
I'm just gonna tell you this right now. 2 is basically just Sonic CD's special stage, only a lot easier. You just have to collect rings instead of just killing UFOs.
Yeah, then, like, for those who haven't played the Advance games, in Sonic Advance 2, you have to... Sonic Advance 2 basically requires you to know the level inside and out, because you have to go down a specific path to get all of the special rings in the stage in one go.
Medals, yeah.
They were who I saw in those visions, right?
Yeah, and Sonic Advance 3, finding all the Chow was just annoying, but the special stages, they were fairly hard, but at the same time...
And you could replay them infinitely. You didn't have to hunt down all the Chow again.
You just... Yeah, once you found all the Chow, you could always re-challenge it. Whereas in 2 and 1, you had to find the spring, and there was only one spring in each zone. And then in 2, if you had all the metal, I think you had to re-find all the medals again.
Yes, you did.
What sucks is in Advance 2... Yeah, and in Advance 2, like, this is where I got confused with Heroes. In Advance 2, you had to get emeralds with all the characters in order to get the final zone. That means you had to get it with Sonic, Cream, Tails, and Knuckles.
Yeah, and doing so also unlocked Amy.
Yeah, and thank God you didn't have to do it with Amy. But, no, doing it with Cream and Tails was easy. Knuckles and Sonic, forget about it. It's just a headache.
Alright, we're playing as Sonic now, because, the Chaos Emerald is locked again, and Tails couldn't unlock it, so we need to get, pieces to a key, from, the pilots of the original pilots of the Titans. And this is where the boss rush starts coming into... This is more so combat challenges first, and then there's a boss rush at the end.
Okay.
Because we have to speak to basically the spirits of the original pilots.
Yeah. I will say this, though, with Sonic Advance 2, though. The sprite they did for Vanilla was really good, and it had one of my favorite end bosses in the game, True Area 53. Like, the music for that stage, if you'd never heard the song for True Area 53, it is very good. I love it. Like, that is my one favorite out of all 3 Game Boy Advance games. My least favorite being non-aggression, which was Advance 3.
Yeah, I like the boss fight for, final the true final boss fight in Sonic Advance 3 at the very least, because it makes a creative use of the team-up mechanics in those games that I otherwise don't like, where it's basically just yeeting Eggman as a projectile.
Yeah, definitely, and I do love the team-up thing for Advance 3, just for the sheer fact it gives the characters more diversity in terms of what they can do.
Yeah, also also depends on who you team up with who.
Yeah, I love the one where you pair Sonic and Amy, and Sonic is just like, I don't have time for this shit.
Yeah, in the character select sprites for Sonic and Amy, when you pair them up, he looks miserable.
Yeah, and Amy's got like Sonic around the arm, and she's like, yeah, you're not leaving. You're stuck with me now. But sadly, with that, anyone paired with Amy, they lose the ability to go into a spin ball, and you have to use the hammer.
Yeah.
Like, that's one thing that sucked. But it also was good if you had Amy in the front, because Amy had a proper spin dash then.
Yeah. Also, if you paired Cream with anyone, they got a Chow that looked like them.
I remember with Cream pairing, when you have Cream and Tails as a team, the flying abilities for both characters were very good.
Yeah, because
like,
you're pairing two characters who can naturally fly, so it makes sense that it would enhance their flight abilities.
Yeah, but the thing... Yeah, but it was also the best way to find the Chow as well, because you have a longer flying ability, and with Cream having like another like a Tails Chow, Sonic Chow, Knuckles Chow, Amy Chow, she could defend while you search for the other Chow.
Yeah.
The one thing I wish they did for that game, in my opinion, is that they had a multiplayer mode for it, where you could have the second character be controlled by another person, as an homage to the Genesis Sonic 2.
Yeah, that seems like an obvious thing that they would have done that they seem to just not think to do.
Yeah, but no, like, the advanced games were fun. Like, I played a lot out of all of them. And the one I think I played the most was Advance 3, with Advance 2 and regular Advance being the least. But they had all great music. The song I also liked in the games was Chaos Angel.
Yeah.
The Chaos Angel stage.
Yeah, I would love to hear some new mixes of those songs without being limited by the GBA's really bad audio hardware.
There is a very good remix done by Ga Metal for
Ga Metal
Chaos
does
Angel
great
that goes
stuff
through
in general.
Each of the acts. Yeah, and that song, and then the other song I like in there is Sunset Hill, because it's a remix, more intense remix of Green Hill.
Yep.
And I love the hell out of it. Like, the second act and the third act were so good.
Alright, this is where we have to platform up to the top of this tower before we can do the combat challenge. And this is where things get tricky. Because
you can do it. You can do it. You're a competent platformer.
This is one of the reasons I turned down the difficulty to easy on my first playthrough, because that gives you a lot more, like, easy paths up to the top. Like, you don't have to go one specific way.
You got this. You got this.
It's more so that, like, this is where some of the platforming mechanics of Sonic This is where some of the platforming mechanics of Sonic Frontiers come to bite the game in the ass. Like, you can do an air boost multiple times, but you can't, like, double jump out of an air boost sometimes.
I mean, that would be kind of overpowered if you could.
Yes, but that would also make some of these platforming challenges a lot more feasible. And also, if you're like me and you've maxed your character stats, it makes it a lot harder, because Sonic moves faster now.
I was gonna. Hey, chat. Come on, guys. Let's say it together. First try. First try. He can.
It has not been my first try. I have failed multiple times.
First try. Come on, you can do it.
By the time I get up to the top, it'll be like, yes, first try. All those other times were just practice.
All those other times, nah, they didn't count. They didn't
count. You can't prove that they happened.
Nope.
And if you show me video of it happening, it was a deep fake.
If you show us video of the stream and it shows that he had multiple tries,
thank you for the follow. Blitzemituk Wiener 2003. I'm trying to make sure I pronounce that name right. I've never heard that name before. And tell me if can I call you Blitz for short?
If it's easier, yeah.
Like, the thing that keeps getting me with this path that I'm trying to take to get up there is that, like, I want to land on a platform so I can side-loop the blue sparkly bit in the middle and activate the spring, probably, that comes out of it. But there's also there's two dash panels that are placed to where you're probably gonna land on that platform that just shoot you off the platform.
Ew.
Like I said, this is very mean platforming design.
Well, I mean, if it's supposed to be a redone of the third island, or, like, the final area, it has to be difficult.
Yeah, but, like,
they don't want you to have it too easy.
I get, yeah, obviously, but, like, the thing is, like, and I can't understate this enough, or overstate this. People were not expecting this DLC to be as hard as it was, given how easy the base game is.
Yeah, fair enough.
Like, it's not just, you know,
fair enough,
the 3-frame parry and some of the combat challenges. The platforming itself is very difficult. And they also added in as part of this, or maybe in a previous update, can't remember the exact what every update added, but in one of the updates, they added extreme difficulty, where you die in one hit.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, because of course, why not?
And you can play this DLC on extreme difficulty. I just missed a jump and fell all the way back down to the bottom after doing all that progress.
I was gonna ask, I know they did a re-release of Sonic Rush, recently.
Did? No, they didn't.
I heard they were gonna do a re-release, they didn't? I thought they did. I thought I heard something about they did.
No, there's a fan game based on there's a fan game based on Sonic Rush, but there's been no re-releases of Sonic Rush.
Okay, then I might have heard different, because, like, I heard, like, they were working on, like, a re-release of, like, Advance 1, 2, and 3. Like, eventually, I don't know.
I have heard nothing about any of this.
Like, this was, like, a while ago.
The only Sonic news that's come out... The only Sonic news that's been coming out this year from, like, official stuff instead of, like, fan projects is all based around Sonic Racing Crosswords.
Well, yeah, but again, that's why I'm saying I think. I'm not saying that it is.
Like, there is a fan game that's a remake of Sonic Rush, but that's not a thing Sega's working on.
Well, yeah, like, when I was gonna finish saying was, like, I've asked friends if they can confirm this for me, but they never did.
Yeah,
that's what I was trying to get at.
That is not a thing that has happened officially.
Oh, okay then. Well, then I got my answer. I was just saying, I was trying to finish my statement about that.
Sorry, I kept cutting you off. I say as I
No,
cut
you're
you off
fine.
again.
You're fine. Don't worry about it. Just like you did in Smash Mary Kill.
Cut you off?
One time you did as a joke. I was trying to say my thing. You say, anyway, I'm sorry, it was a joke.
Yeah, yeah, I don't remember that, because I can't remember a lot of everything that was said during the different times we did Smash, Marry, Kill or Smash or Pass.
Me and Lulu were watching that again last night, and it was hilarious. Like, I forgot how funny it was. So are you winning, son?
I don't want to jinx myself. I'm playing very carefully right now. And I missed that jump. Managed to save it.
Everyone cheer, please cheer Ari, please cheer him on. We need the support.
And I went all the way back down to the bottom again. This is why I turned it down to easy the first time, but I'm not doing it this time. I refuse.
Don't. You gotta prove it to yourself that you are gamer. That you are the gamer. But yeah, no, that is disappointing, because I would have loved an advance remaster. I would love that.
Yeah,
honestly.
There's been absolutely
but sadly,
no news of that.
Okay then. Well, I thank you for doing what you could for letting me know that a couple of my friends would not tell me. I do appreciate that.
Yeah,
because again, I can only go
as cool as a remaster or remake of Advance or Rush would be, and I do want those so they can be playable on, modern hardware without without needing necessarily a DS or DS emulator to play it. And with some quality of life adjustments, of course, to hopefully make those games not a pain in the dick. Sonic Frontiers is the last, brand new Sonic game we've gotten this decade. And everything we've gotten since then has been either spin-offs, classic-styled games, or Sonic X Shadow Generations, where we got a new campaign for Shadow, but it was a side mode to a remaster of Sonic Generations. So I definitely appreciate it, but I also want to see where the franchise can go under its new direction, rather than constantly revisiting the past.
I'm just saying I appreciate you, JKR, and everybody informing me about different stuff as well, because again, without my vision, I can't see for myself. I can only go by what I hear.
Right.
So, again, information for me is a lot more difficult to come by. Because since I can only go by on what I hear and not what I see.
Yeah. In case you haven't been able to tell, I'm going to be here for a while, trying to complete trying to get up this one damn tower, because the platforming is very mean. It's very meanly designed. It also doesn't help that the physics and controls
are. Everybody's evening tonight, chat?
The physics and controls are kind of fucky, because, as you've probably seen, the past few times I've been trying to make this jump that I've made, that I've been trying to make, these past few times that I've made effortlessly before, all of a sudden, I'm not reaching the max height that I need to be able to reach this platform, and I don't know why. And right there, I just spin dashed off of the platform without me pressing the spin dash button.
Oof. So, chat, how is everybody's evening doing so far while we try to get up this tower?
Yeah, we're definitely not completing the DLC tonight because we're almost 2.5 hours in. I haven't even completed the first tower.
I was gonna say, mid-maxing Sonic became your downfall.
Yeah, it was great for the main story, but it came to bite me in the ass for the DLC. And there we go. There it does it again. I try to land on the platform, but it's like, we're going to land you on the dash panel that shoots you straight off the platform. Like I said, they're very mean with these. This is like something you would expect from like a Kaizo hack.
I was gonna say, in the words of the Stanley Parable, the end is never the end, is never the end.
Yep. Also in the words of the Stanley Parable from what I've played of it, I haven't played Ultra Deluxe yet. And I haven't played the original in a while because I'm trying to get that achievement for not playing the game for like 5 years.
It's for a year. It's for a year, not 5 years.
Okay. But in some more words from it, da 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 da.
Here's the question I have to ask you: did you get the broom closet ending?
No. I haven't gotten all the endings.
You disappoint me.
Look, I'm trying to play it without a guide, so I don't spoil myself.
I know. I'm not gonna say how to get it, but all I'm gonna say is like you haven't lived until you've gotten it. For it is the best ending.
Right, I've gotten higher up now.
I was gonna say, is there
by the way, the only way to get to like fast travel to the top is to get to the top first. There's no like, oh, you made it halfway, let's give you a way to get back up here in one go. No, you have to redo the platforming from the beginning.
You have to get all the way up to the top in order to get like the checkpoint or the fast travel point.
Yes.
I was gonna say, like, how sensitive is the buttons for the game?
Part of it is that this game maps the spin dash and the boost to the left and right triggers, respectively.
Okay.
But it doesn't have, like, analog sensitivity to them because they also had to release it on Switch. So just the lightest accidental press of them can trigger them.
Oh, God. That just sounds like a pain in the ass.
Yeah. You can... and I blame Nintendo for this, for deciding, from the GameCube onwards. Technically from the original, From the classic controller Pro for the Nintendo Wii onwards, that they were going to be the only console manufacturer out there to no longer have analog triggers on their controllers.
Yeah, that's why I like the GameCube controller so much. Like the
GameCube controller has the best,
like otherworldly.
It has the best feeling analog triggers, just because you get that click when you push them all the way in.
Well, I mean, that's also the reason why they allowed you to use the GameCube controller on the Wii and the Wii U, and even on the Switch too, with the re-release of the Wavebird, because again, the GameCube controller was one of the best controllers.
Yep.
That they've ever done.
Like, they peaked with the GameCube controller, and no controller since then has been nearly as good.
The only controller that was decent was the Wii U Pro Controller because of the battery life.
Yeah,
like
80 hours of battery life. Jesus Christ.
Like, Nintendo knew how to do controllers in a way to where like I like the original Switch Pro controller because I used it a lot when I played.
I made it to the top.
As well as some. Yes, just
first try.
Marv from Home. Yep, first try, guys. First tries in the chat. Just don't pull a Marv from Home Alone 2 where he just says, "Harry, I reached the top," falls off platform.
Okay, here's the pilot of Giganto Titan. I love my people more than my own life, more than anything. I happily gave everything to protect our new home. You gutted my Titan. You turned off the 6 final seals. You will answer for your ruinous intentions now. Yeah, in case you couldn't tell, the pilots are fucking pissed.
Yeah, so they're bringing back Primal Groudon now.
No, this is a combat trial, the Dragon's Trial. Win this trial by meeting certain conditions. Defeat all enemies within the time limit. Sonic's stats will be fixed. On your mark.
Okay, so they basically like
start.
level sync.
I have 3 minutes to defeat all of these enemies.
You down.
And all of my stats are level 1.
So in other words, they level sync you down.
They level sync me down to level 1.
Down, basically.
They level sync me down to level 1, fighting against souped up versions of basic enemies that move super fast.
You literally just gave me PTSD from the fact in 14 when you have a maxed out level character with all their abilities, and then you go back to a dungeon with like level 15 stats or 18 stats or whatever, and you don't have any of your shit anymore. That's what you just did to me right now, Ari. That's what you did to me.
Sorry for triggering your PTSD, but like I said, this is hard. The DLC is hard, and I'm playing on hard mode. That makes it extra hard, just like me.
I understand. Well, oh god.
Just like me when I look at Roos the Bat.
I mean, at least you're getting hard off of something.
Are you implying that otherwise I would have erectile dysfunction? I'm not that old.
I'm not saying anything, but no.
I'm not that old.
I know this. I'm older than you, I believe.
Yes, you are.
I was gonna say, I hope you're not older than me, because if memory serves, then how fast of a time jump did you do?
In the future, everyone will have a phone mounted on their dashboard. Sir, Oracle, sir, what the hell is a dashboard? I don't know. I can't control what the future says to me or when it happens. It just kind of comes at will.
Oh, God. You got this, you got this. Destroy him.
I've got about 30 seconds left to beat these final enemies. And they keep, they keep turning themselves invincible briefly.
Wow, sir.
Okay, I did it. I did it with 20 seconds left. And 1 ring left.
I was gonna say, if they cheap out... I was gonna say, if they cheesed out the timer on you, that's pretty shitty.
No, they give you exactly 3 minutes to do it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, there's been instances in some video games where the enemy cheaps out the timer.
I see now. You went to extremes to protect the ones you love. You fight against your corruption now for their sakes. I can respect that. Take my blessing and use it to defend all that you love. What if I told you that this was the easiest of the combat trials?
I would imagine, because it's the first one, so it would obviously have to be the easiest.
This is also the easiest of the platforming trials.
It would be pretty shitty if they made the... I was gonna say, it would be pretty shitty if they made the very first one the hardest trial, and then the last one the easiest. That would just be messed up.
But yeah, all of that trouble I had platforming, it's only gonna get harder from here.
oh, jeez.
And the combat trials are only gonna get harder from here. There's one in particular where people tend to lose either because of just dying or running out of time.
Don't worry about us. Get going.
Nasty.
Down, Parker.
What are you hanging around for? Afraid to go off without my protection?
Just fuck already, Knuckles.
Knuckles, I know you don't have your bat, but calm down.
Like, genuinely, Sonic and Knuckles look more like they want to bang each other in this game than Knuckles and Rouge ever have.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough. Adventure 2 Battle was the most interaction those two got with each other.
Yeah, they've insisted ever since then in, like, official bios and stuff that Rouge canonically has a crush on Knuckles. And I'm like, and that she likes to play with his heart. And I'm like, okay, can we see any of that? Because they basically never interacted since Sonic Adventure 2.
Yeah, pretty much. I think the closest they even got was, outside of that, was Sonic X. That was it.
They interacted for, like, one cutscene in Sonic 06 where they just fight. They just bicker with each other, and that is all they do. And it's not even, like, flirtatious bickering.
Yeah.
It's just they bicker, and then they never talk again for the rest of the whole game.
Well, also, yeah, but the one thing I noticed in Sonic X is when they're when Rouge thinks that they're gonna arrest them, she's like, I can't wait to share a cell with you, and I'm just like, oh god, Rouge, calm down.
Just who do you think you're talking to? Leave the emeralds to me.
I'm talking to you.
I'm talking here.
I just realized if you guys did a dub for Frontiers, you should have Red do the voice of Knuckles.
Hell yeah. I know Kier also wants to voice Knuckles in something, and he just loves Knuckles. By the way, I haven't played any of the stages in the DLC before, so we're about to play one.
Okay. But yeah, I would love to do a Tails voice, but the problem is I'm not very good with voice acting certain voices.
Yeah,
I feel
like
really do a lot.
No disrespect, I don't feel like you have the right voice for Tails.
I know. I know this for a fact.
I'm not. But
I do
have a Tails that I've been working with, who's going to be in my Sonic 06 dub. And I found out that they also have a surprise. Oh, okay. So this stage is a race against a cyberspace Shadow Tails. Interesting.
Okay, but you were saying?
I also found out that they have like a very impressive range because they also did a fantastic Rouge and a fantastic Blaze. Didn't get either of those roles because they were already cast, but kind of made me second guess myself.
Yeah, like I said, I know for a fact I can't do it.
Actually, no. They did get the role of Blaze, whereas Jana, who people hopefully remember from the Danganronpa streams, that I hope to return to soon. Depends on when I feel up to something as intensive as Danganronpa, and also when our schedules can line up appropriately. But she will be voicing Princess Elise.
I was gonna say, because I know for a fact I can't do a Tails voice, even as much as I really want to. I know for a fact I can't. There's only certain voices I guess I can do as long as I hear the character enough times. I can get a good range, but I know for a fact I can't do a Tails, even though I really would love to do a Tails voice.
Yeah, there's no way I'm winning this race. He's too fast for me.
Oh boy!
It doesn't help that it's one of those races. It's one of those races where the CPU just goes on a fixed path and there's no way to slow them down.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, one of my friends, who's one of my best friends, from high school, she went by the name of the Blue Eyed Fox. She did a Tails voice for a little while for like some fan stuff, and I loved the stuff that she did.
Okay.
Unfortunately, she couldn't do the stuff anymore due to certain like reasons, and I don't know if she still does it or not. But like, she's one of my favorite voices that she did for Tails as a fan thing,
Yeah.
and I really wish she did a lot more of it. And I think the last time I heard from them was when I did my Symphony of the Night stream. I think like 3 or 4 years ago. But no, I've been practicing mainly like a voice for my Gardevoir Mint and and I got a voice already for my Umbreon. I think those are the only two things I did as a custom voice
Okay.
in my own personal time. Which I really want to put to the test one day when I do VTubing. Like, I really want to put to a test.
Yes, I get you.
Also, speaking of the Sonic movies, there was one thing I regret I never got to do, and at the time when they had the Build-A-Bear Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles, I really wanted to do, make a Tails one.
Yeah, I wish
but sadly,
there's a lot of Build-A-Bears I wish I could have done. There's just not a Build-A-Bear anywhere near me.
there is a Build-A-Bear at the Fox Valley Mall. Like, you remember where we went to round one or
Yeah.
like walked around the anime? Yeah, they have one there. Like, maybe sometime me and Lulu can take you there. We can make one or something.
Okay. I've only been to Build-A-Bear once, and it was
It'd be pretty fun.
Kid.
I have never been to one, which is unfortunate because they have a lot of good Pokemon plushies, and if they ever do a Gardevoir one, then yeah, then I that's it. I'm going to be adopting.
If they do a Gardevoir one, those are gonna sell out so quick for the most nefarious purposes.
Yeah, I know, and like I said, with the life size one, I want to save at least one of them from that.
Just like, same thing's gonna happen if they do a Vaporeon.
Look, guys, everyone out there, the Gardevoir and the Vaporeon are not meant for looting. They're meant for head pats and cuddles.
I showed you that, clip of, Mori Calliope reading the Vaporeon copy pasta, and for, like, you know, to avoid pissing off Nintendo since she's based on Japan, she censored it as
you told me about that. Yeah.
Imagine if they did a Calliopeon plush. And, that would sell out for lewd purposes as well, because she basically inserted herself as the subject of the Vaporeon copy pasta.
You want to know what I find sad as well?
What?
Now that they have the life-size Eevees, the Vaporeon one is going to be in danger.
Yeah, that's...
Actually, people are talking about actually, the people said the Jolteon one is in more danger than the Vaporeon one.
It's because of, like, a specific stitching thing, if I remember correctly, where they stitched it where...
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, guys, come on, why?
No, don't come on. Don't come on. Do not come on the Jolteon.
No. I was gonna say, when they released the life-size Gardevoir plush, someone in Japan put a Gardevoir in the front seat of a car and had it like look like it was driving in a picture, and I wholeheartedly approved. And literally, a policeman in Japan saw this, and laughed his ass off about it. Like, I love that, just for the sheer fact. I can respect the person for doing that. But no, one of these days I do want to actually get a life-size Gardevoir just to say, hey, I rescued one, at least.
You're going to make a Gardevoir shelter
like,
you and Mint are going to make a Gardevoir shelter in the cafe as a way of rescuing Gardevoirs from horrible fates.
Well, Mint wants to make sure she protects every Pokemon, because mainly the cafe to her is like, if trainers and Pokemon come in, she just wants to make sure they're happy and taken care of. And again, they like, if people want to tip, give money, that's up to them, but usually they don't usually charge for like a lot of things. It's just like, you give them a cuddle and a head pat, then they're like, okay, we're good.
I'm assuming there's some sort of screening process to ward out the creeps that would abuse being able to get too close to a Gardevoir.
Well, here's the thing. It's more.
Well, actually, now that I think about it, Mint's a Gardevoir. If someone tries to manhandle her, she could just, psychically obliterate their minds like she was Yami Yugi or something.
Well, here's the thing as well. Multiple things she can do. Like, if she does hypnosis, she can make the person forget how to breathe, and that's about it.
I was thinking, like, she uses some sort of psychic ability. It's like, okay, you're thinking with your dick, so now you're thinking with your dick, so now I'm going to make your dick explode.
Good lord. No, I was actually talking to Kier about the Pokemon D&D, and Kier put their Flygon in the cafe, and we made like a thing that their Flygon works at the cafe as well as the other Pokemon, and like they all support each other in that cafe to prevent people from being looted in that place, because again, it's like in the Mystery Dungeon universe, but if trainers do visit, like, as long as they're like pure intention, like they will definitely interact with other trainers as well as Pokemon alike.
Yeah. Like, I think about it like how at maid cafes, like, even though, the maids are supposed to stay in character, they still are allowed to break character when someone tries to get too frisky with the maids.
Well, yeah, and also the fact that one of my other friends has a Mafia Garchomp that likes to make his office in the basement of the cafe. And in exchange for being a bodyguard, Mint lets him have, like, any sweets that they want from the cafe.
By the way, the platforms explode now.
Oh god, what is the timer on the explosion?
Like, as in, like, there are explosives strapped to some of these platforms, so you have to make sure you don't stay on the platform too long. Timer? Like, 5 seconds, I think.
Oh god.
I made it to the top.
But yeah, no, like, eventually, like, what I want to do with,
Hold that thought, we got another pilot to talk to.
Okay, I will hold
I was one of the greatest warriors among my people. I relished the chance to prove myself against the ultimate foe. I couldn't defeat it in the end, and then I lost to you. Face me again. I demand satisfaction.
Oh god. I got a feeling that each of them are just basically Amy, Knuckles, and Tails in a past life.
Basically, Snake's
At least
trial.
That's what it sounds like.
Yep, basically, Snake's trial. Win this trial by meeting certain conditions. Defeat all enemies within the time limit. Sonic stats will be fixed. Psyloop will be the only available skill.
Oh boy, so you're limited to one skill.
I'm limited to one skill, and I have 2 minutes to defeat these enemies.
But yeah, eventually what I want to do is one of the live stream ideas I want to do is do a cafe stream where I do have like I can where I could have some of my friends do some of the Pokemon voices and just be like just make something of it. Like it's just a pet idea I want to do, and like I've gotten way too deep into the lore of the cafe in my head, and me and Kira have talked about it extensively a couple times for because I believe his Flygon wears an apron and actually wields a Dutch oven.
Okay. Yeah,
I
this
mean,
is the trial that people usually lose
no.
from just running out of time.
Well, 2 minutes, I'm gonna assume, like...
2 minutes,
like,
and these are enemies that are invulnerable until they're Psy-looped.
So basically, you can't really have... You have no room for error. You have to actually be precise.
Yes, and they become invulnerable again after being Psy-looped after, like, 2 seconds.
Yeah, so again, you have to be precise with what you do.
Yeah,
You can't really make a
I
mistake
can already
here.
tell I've lost this one. There's a specific strategy to it. I just can't remember what it is.
Do you need to look it up real quick?
I kinda can't because I'm playing this on PC.
Oh.
Punch, punch,
okay.
stomp. Thank you, Gaming Brian 1. Thank you for telling me the strategy.
Thank you.
I'll just have to retry this challenge because I've already wasted too much time. But thank you. Ah.
But yeah,
Yeah,
I'm just
now I
happy
remember. The
that,
stomp
the
move
Discord-
the stomp move is overpowered in this game.
Yeah. But yeah, I do love the fact that in the Discord server, a lot of people approve of like Mint and Mrs. Ember Pilkington. I'm glad people approve of them.
Yes. On your mark, start.
You got this. Come on, guys. First try. First try.
Yeah, all the other times that takes for me to complete this were just practice.
If people want to call us out on this, just remember you all doctored the footage.
Yeah, I've already fucked this
But
up.
yeah, I still have I have to still post a picture of Hazelnut
hold
the
on.
Ferret and Luna the Umbreon.
I think I might have just gotten an idea. It might be a horrible idea, but I'm gonna try it anyway.
No idea is horrible.
Haha! I'm kinda getting it.
Did you figure out something?
Yeah, I figured out a loop I
What's
can
your
get them
strat?
stuck into without having to side loop them. Now I remember.
Yay,
If I could stop
loopholes.
getting hit, this would work. But this is how I did it the first time that I played this. Okay, that was
Since you're put
weird. I
down to
bounced
level-
off him when I wasn't supposed to.
I was gonna say, since you're now at level 1, I think, how many
Yeah.
rings do you have in terms of HP?
You start with 400 rings, but given that you're level 1 defense, you lose them very quickly.
Oh, are we talking like half your rings are gone quickly, or?
Yes! Like, now I'm at 2 rings.
Oh, God. Yeah, that just sounds mean.
Like I said, the DLC is mean. People were not expecting it to be this hard.
Oh, God. Oh, God, excuse me.
Excard on you.
Yep, that's why I said excuse me.
This game
But
also
thank
has
you.
the least amount of iframes of any main Sonic game. Yes, it does. You can get wombo comboed so easily.
Yeah,
But there
which
is a mechanic
why
that
need
you
to
can
have-
abuse, which is that you don't actually lose your rings until you hit the ground. So if you're somehow able to negate, like, if you're able to cancel
Hitting the
out your
ground.
damage animation before you hit the ground, you just don't take damage.
Yep.
You are indeed a formidable warrior. It's not just your skill. I missed that line. There's no shame in being defeated by you. I'd take my blessing and earn the victory. I could not.
Okay, so 2 down, 1 to go.
There's 4.
Oh, there's 4?
Yeah, because Supreme.
Oh. Okay. Never mind then, what do I know?
But that's half of them down.
But no, definitely after the Castlevania D&D, I definitely want to do a Pokemon D&D.
Have I shown my friend the
If things go
cyberspace stages on
successfully.
this island? You know, I've actually not played them on my original playthrough of this. I played one of them. It was the one where you have to race against the Shadow Tails, and I lost horribly. But I also, just for context, since you're a new viewer, my friend who's in the call with me is blind. So he isn't able to see what's going on, which is why, like, I'm reading stuff to him and like explaining very frequently what's going on screen. Just so you understand why I'm explaining stuff that all of us can see very easily.
Yeah, to let people know about this, yeah, I've been blind since 2022 or 2023 of October officially, which is unfortunate, but it hasn't stopped me from enjoying what I enjoy, and eventually I do hope they have a way to reverse blindness, but until then, I'm still playing video games and doing what I can.
Yeah, dude here's
I have to thank
dude here
Ari
is
for
like
getting me involved with streams.
my buddy Nico here is amazing at Skullgirls considering he can't see what's going on. Gaming Brian, our new viewer, asked how do you play blind? Which, you know, that's a good question. If you, in my opinion, that's a good question. You know, if you'd like to answer.
Of course. So usually with video gaming, fighting games especially, if you have a pair of headphones, like I challenge people to do this wholeheartedly. In Skullgirls to play, or like Sonic the Fighters or whatever, you use audio cues to fight your enemies. Like in Skullgirls, you could hear where the enemy is depending on their voice and their movement. So like if they're all the way to the right of the screen, the audio in your right ear will play. And then if they're in the middle of the screen, you'll hear it in both of the headphones. And then if they're right next to you on the left, you'll hear it in the left ear. And the way you need to do it is if you can remember what the enemy can do and use audio cues to judge where they are, you could easily fight anybody with it. Like, I've played players online in Soul Calibur. I've beat Skullgirls, including the final boss, using audio cues.
In Zero continues.
Sonic the Fighters. Yeah, and I did Sonic the Fighters Supersonic a couple times. Basically, with a little practice, playing without your sight taught me a lot about how audio cues could help you in a game. And my input reaction time is very quick. Like Ari here saw how quick I've been playing as Peacock because she's one of my favorite characters. And from having my vision gone, I've learned I had a very deeper understanding of Skullgirls, and I challenge people to try it at least once. Like, blindfold yourself, look away from the screen, use a pair of headphones, and give it a try for yourself, and you can understand the differences between playing with sight and without. It is a very opening experience, and the game is and if you try it, like, I promise you, it is a lot more fun because then you could just be like, okay, I know where this person is and I know how to counter them. Like, I've actually gotten to the point where I could play close range now with Peacock recently, knowing where to counter and how to react.
Gaming Brian 1 also
So it's a
said,
really fun
do you mind if I lead you to a specific cyberspace stage? Go ahead. Because I would like to see what the cyberspace stages are like. I've heard they're pretty cool in the DLC. I just haven't... Like, I was so turned off by cyberspace in the base game that I just didn't really explore them, and I obviously missed out on a lot.
Yep.
It's on the island you just left. Thank you. I just got... there. Okay, there's the marker for where that island was. I'm seeing it on, like, the HUD for where that stage is. I just have to get back over to that island.
But yeah, from what I'm saying, in the Discord server for Castle Orlok, if anyone ever joins it, usually in the calls, I do stream Skullgirls and Sonic the Fighters and, like, Soul Calibur. I actually can show demonstrations of this practice. And, like I said, I do encourage people to actually try playing without vision to actually see, like, how people who have no vision play fighting games. And
yeah,
I have to thank
it is
Lulu
such a cool experience.
Yeah, I have to thank Lulu, Ari, and everyone I know, really, for giving me the motivation to try. Because at first I was afraid to do it, because I'm like, how am I ever going to do my favorite hobbies again? I tried it out, and it got me intrigued on how to do things differently. I mean, there is an Evo player who has no vision that's actually won a few championships.
Wow. And Gaming Brian said also just wow to everything he's saying. Yeah, I know, right? Nico's such a cool guy.
And the interesting thing is, he played Mortal Kombat, he played Blaze Blue, he did Guilty Gear. Like, the dude, like, brought it down to a science. Like, if you actually look at some people who have no vision playing fighting games, you could be amazed at how people do it. And if you learn how to use audio cues, trust me when I say this, you get a better understanding on how some games work. And it'll get to the point where you probably won't want to play certain games the same way again, because honestly, to tell you the truth, I have a lot more fun playing Skullgirls with no vision.
Wow.
I literally do, because it's more fulfilling.
Okay, wow, this stage is pretty trippy. Lines of cars, as I'm assuming you can make shift It's the Eternal Highway setting, but there's like oh my god, there's like zero gravity here. Oh my god.
Oh no.
Oh my god, this is so cool.
Cyberpunk. Are you getting cyberpunk vibes?
Like, there are lines of cars wrapping around the place as, like, you know, Snake Way style platforms.
That's actually pretty sick, I'm not gonna lie to you.
And Gaming Brian says the devs were drunk on cars when they made this.
Yeah, pretty much. But no,
just all the Honda minivans in one stage.
Oh my god. But if people ever join Castle Orlok and I'm in there sometimes, check out some of the games I play without vision, and you could basically see like an understanding of it. Like,
and
if I just encourage people to actually try.
If you decide that you want to join Castle Orlok, my Discord server, just use the !Discord command in chat to bring up the link. We're you know we're a pretty chaotic, chill community. Only real guidelines other than just be respectful, you know, keep politics out of stuff, and those two is like no minors. Minors DNI.
Yeah, I mean. Yep, and I also have a Discord server I have on the side that, what I usually do over there is, like if people have, a fighting game they want to play with, like, the rest of us, we usually have, like, a fighting game night that, people just come in and have fun. Okay. Like, we just have a fun time playing. We just have, like, a fun time playing. We do a lot of, Soul Calibur 6 multiplayer that is a hoot.
You know, I've got Soul Calibur 6 on 2 platforms, and I've never really played either of them apart from just diving straight into character creation. Also, remember you can double jump. The reason I'm not double jumping is because, like, I keep forgetting, because I haven't. This stream series has been my first time playing Sonic Frontiers front to back in a while. I keep forgetting about the whole thing of, like, you can't, like, double jump, then air dash, and then go into another double jump. You can't just, like, chain double jumps like that. You only get one per jump. Oh, and there's no checkpoints. Okay. Or maybe I just missed the checkpoints. But, like, still, this is cool. Also, spin dash as much as you want. The stage was built in mind with it. I am glad to know that. Because usually spin dash kind of breaks the stage.
Yeah, really.
Because you know, no, I'm used to the stages not being built with spin dash in mind because, you know, spin dash was added in a patch. So it's nice to know that these were built to be spin dash. Oh my god, I just flew so far. I fell off the stage because I flew too far.
Oh god. But no, Ari,
am I ever gonna die, or am I? There we go.
Oh god. Ari, if you like I said, we definitely need to play a fighting game together. Definitely.
It's got to be Sonic the Fighters. We've been talking about that for years.
Yeah, definitely. Sonic the Fighters, me and you, because I played against the NPCs a lot, but I haven't played another player in Fighters, so that would be an interesting experience for me as well to learn how other players actually use the characters.
Yeah, I've also never played Sonic the Fighters against a human player. I've only played it against the CPU.
I will say this, though, a funny story about that. When Lulu first played Sonic the Fighters at Galloping Ghost, the machine was set to very hard. She beat Metal Sonic with Amy on her first try and the whole arcade with no continues.
Damn.
And I was just like, I'm sorry. And I was like, I'm sorry, what?
Lulu's just, like, got this innate ability to break people's minds.
Well, here's the thing as well. Like, before me and her, like, got further into our relationship, she didn't play much video games. She played some, but not a lot. And throughout our relationship, I made her more competitive. And it's gotten to the point where she adapted, and now she's like, I want to fight you more in fighting games now. And I'm like, oh, God.
So you created a monster, basically.
I mean, she plays Skullgirls. She plays Misfortune a lot.
You created your own greatest rival, your waifu.
Yeah, she plays a lot of Mario Party. She plays a lot of Skullgirls, Pokemon, and
Oh, I know damn well how competitive she is at Mario Party.
Look, the fact is, I was playing Mario Party 4 with her and a friend in Shanahan, and I won the lottery for 500 coins. I did a chance time just to see what would happen, and I ended up losing all 500 coins to her. We swapped coins, and she's like, thanks for the child support, honey. I'm like, we don't have a child. All right, thanks for the taxes. I'm like, there is no taxes in the Mushroom Kingdom. What are you talking about? But no, I do encourage people to try playing video games blind. I actually want to have you try, Ari, because...
yeah, I'd be up for it if I could find something good to use as a blindfold. I made it straight to the end, and then I misjudged how close I was to the end and stomped my way to the grave.
Well, an interesting thing instead of a blindfold is just have your chair face away from the screen, put on some headphones, and do it that way, because it would be a lot easier.
There's actually something behind the goal. Ooh, thanks for letting me know. I'll have to check that out. They're getting real, like...
I think Go ahead.
The stages in, like, the main game they range in quality a lot. Because they're made out of, you know, chunks from old 3D Sonic stages. But the stages in the DLC, oh my god, they're so creative.
I was gonna say, Ari, you were there when you saw me play through Act 1 and Act 2 of the first Sonic the Hedgehog Green Hill without vision.
Yeah, I was. I was
to
the
Act
only
3
one
and
there.
I couldn't do it. Yeah, and I couldn't beat Robotnik. I got 1 or 2 hits on him, and then he killed me, so I'm still working on trying to beat Sonic 1 without vision.
Yeah. That one's going to be a bit harder because that's a game where, like, theoretically, you're really gonna need to,
memorize where everything is.
Would you believe me if these DLC cyberspace stages are actually just remade versions of the base game cyberspace stages? Somehow that wouldn't surprise me, but if that is the case, bravo to Sonic Team, because they took what were some pretty skippable, like no real reason to play them things and made them like so awesome. Oh my god.
Yeah, right. But no, I do want to try play other games without my vision, and I am always looking for new fighting games to play as well. So it's just like I just encourage people to actually give it a shot, at least one time. Just like turn your chair away from the TV or monitor you're playing with, get a pair of headphones, and give fighting games like Skullgirls or Fighters a try.
Keep in mind, I'm also not much of a fighting game player. Like, I am not good at them at all. Well,
I know.
There's one that I've played extensively that I can guarantee I'm the one who has most extensively played this fighting game out of anyone in the world, and that is Evil Zone for the PS1.
Good lord. But no, that's why when we play together in like Fighters or eventually Skullgirls or whatever, I will gladly be your opponent, because then I can teach you a couple things.
Okay.
And then you can give it a try and see how far you can get. It's really fun. I mean, and thanks to Ari and Lulu, they're also and everyone in Castle Orlok, they're encouraging me to get back into my art, because I learned there are some tools that people can actually do drawings with while being blind. There is a lot of good art tools, and like I have to say, Castle Orlok really made a positive change for me.
You could try the rail at the start instead of going to the helicopters. Thanks for the tip, because I really do not know what I'm doing here. I'm just kind of vibing with the stage layout.
Well, the stage is the stage layout plus the music is like a good vibe altogether.
Yeah. Okay, let's try going over.
But yeah, sorry if I got into a full rant on it. Like, while you're doing this.
No, it's helping me actually be able to focus.
Okay. But yeah, like, it's just as long as you remember what the characters can do in fighting games, it's just a matter of remembering their movesets and then using audio cues to fight. I mean, I've heard people play Call of Duty without vision too. I mean, they use the audio from where people are on the map, and they use that to find and shoot the opponent. Like, there's many different things people without vision can do in video games that you would be surprised. Like, I know a person who had no vision beat Super Mario Brothers on NES. I knew someone who can do that.
Nice.
And it's like, really insane.
More than just nice. That's impressive.
Well, yeah, because a lot of the old NES games are memorization, and I tried doing that with Castlevania. I tried that with Castlevania 1, and I still have a lot of work to do, but I can effectively get through the first stage of the castle without my vision, at least to a point. Still working on stages 2 through 6, but that's a work in progress. But no, Brian,
I missed the thing that was behind the goal because I collided with the goal. Oh well. That was awesome. Thanks for guiding me to that, Brian. That was a neat that was a cool detour.
It was a cool detour, honestly. I was vibing to the music. But again, like I said, I'm sorry if I chewed everybody's ear off with that.
Nah, you're good.
Like, I just got too deep into it. That's usually a problem with me. I get too deep into something and then I lose myself.
I do the same thing, dude.
But no, I do have to say, I do thank you, Ari, and Lulu, and everybody for encouraging me, because honestly, if you guys hadn't, I would not be doing what I'm doing right now.
Well, I mean, to quote one of the greatest scientific minds of multiple generations, you know what they say, the more the merrier.
Oh, God. Yeah. Oh, God. Sorry, I need to take a drink. My throat got dry from all that talking. Okay, that's better. But no, again, thank you, Brian, for the question, and I hope I was able to answer what I can about how I play fighting games without my vision.
Brian says you probably answered a bit too much.
I'm sorry. Like I said, I apologize again. I do apologize. I
Another
get way
stage
into a
up
top.
here. Let's take a look.
I mean, I get way too into a topic, Brian, and I do apologize about that. That's something I have to work on.
Alright, let's see what this stage has got. These DLC cyberspace stages either focus on being wide and expansive with multiple pathways or gimmicks. Interesting. Okay, what do we got here other than Chemical Plant Zone?
Everything is Chemical Plant Zone. You can't escape Chemical Plant.
No, we're not.
Radical Highway, I'll tell you that.
We're not playing Sonic Forces. It's not 90% Chemical Plant.
You know, I would say that's bullshit, but at the same time, I played through Sonic Forces, so I can agree. I can wholeheartedly agree with that statement.
Well, okay, I just saw an exclamation point above Corone's head. What the hell did I almost run into? Also, this music, Jesus Christ, it's so intense!
It just sounds like a rave, I'm sorry. I can see Corone raving out. Corone and Bermuda are raving out to this.
And I went too fast. I went too fast and went off the path and started clipping through the level geometry.
Do not forget, you min-max this character, therefore you have to control.
I min-max this character and I'm abusing the spin dash, which is like the fastest boost you have. This is the stage. This is the where the hell do I go stage. Oh my god, I'm afraid.
This is basically Corone if she had a bunch of sugar and she was on 6 energy drinks.
This is Corone after one of her, like, legendary marathon streams, which she does very regularly. Like, not even as a special thing. She just ends up doing them because she gets so into a game that she doesn't want to stop playing it. She plays for, like, up to 24 hours in one sitting.
Yeah, I could see that.
Which
Then
makes
again,
it fitting that we're
same-
playing as Corone tonight.
Yeah. Then again, I did the same thing when I did a couple streams on Twitch before my vision loss. I played through all of Symphony, Resident Evil Remake, and a bunch of other games. And I have a thing
What
to where I
the
need
fuck
to beat
was
the
that?
game in one sitting.
Was that an orbital
What the
strike?
Wait, what?
So that's what the exclamation point above the head is for. Don't
Wait,
stay
what's
in one
firing
place
at
or you
you?
get hit with Eggman's super laser piss. Got it.
Wait, what's firing at you?
Some sort of orbital laser that just comes out of nowhere if you stand in one place for too long. It's the hidden mines mechanic. Okay, that's what it is.
So apparently they want Corone dead.
Why would you want the doggo dead? She's the goodest girl. Second goodest girl after my dog, Olive.
Yeah.
Okay, I found the stage. I found the end of the stage. I don't know how.
Honestly,
that was a trip, man.
Honestly, the goodest VTuber, dog VTuber I know, though, is Lulu.
Yes.
She is always the goodest.
Yes. You're totally not biased when you say that. Any guess where the hidden goal is? Jesus Christ, I can't even begin to guess that.
No, totally not biased at all. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you're not biased at all when you say that. You're just speaking objective truth. Lulu Lucille on Twitch.tv. She had, the name Lulu Lucille was technically already taken, so she had to go with a variant of it. Who hopefully should be back to streaming after the 27th.
Yeah.
Is the goodest doggo VTuber. And we're not saying that because she's one of my best friends and Nico is engaged to her. We're not saying that because of that. We're not biased.
Also, when you told me I was your favorite Belmont, I have to say this: you're my favorite. You're my favorite creature of the night.
Thank you.
I will
Is
say
fighting
that.
the Guardians on this island a bad idea? I don't know. I do know. I'm going to show you. They're like, they're basically boss mode versions of Guardians from previous stages.
I was gonna say, we will introduce you to Bermuda.
Yes. We might introduce you to Bermuda. We're probably not going to get to the Titans rematch tonight, because we've been going for about 3 hours. Toti, hello! Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Quick side loop the head of it. Yeah. I just have to get up to the head. This one flies around, so... They fly now? They fly now! Horrible line from a horrible movie, but by God, is it applicable in so many situations.
Fair enough.
What's the best cyberspace music in each island, Final Horizon? I haven't, I'm just now getting to the cyberspace stages in this playthrough. So, I haven't decided yet. So far, my answer is going towards the one we just did with the mines. That music's just like my exact kind of banger.
My favorite one was the one with the cars.
Oh yeah, that was a good one too. There's so much good music in the cyberspace stages.
I was gonna say the car one that you were describing to me sounds like something out of Cyberpunk if it was an acid trip.
Yeah, it kind of does. Which I was originally gonna do more Cyberpunk this week, but since Furret has more availability than he usually does, I'm gonna make use of that for Ty the Tasmanian Tiger.
Okay, that's fine. Like I said, if you ever do Cyberpunk again or the Castlevania retrospect, I'm always down to do it.
Yeah, I'm looking for ways without resorting to just emulating it to do Symphony of the Night at the very least. And we're doing more Lords of Shadow on Sunday.
Okay, I'll definitely be there for that. As for Symphony of the Night, I mean...
Like, there's a lot of ways to play Symphony of the Night, but I'm intent on playing the PS1 release on original hardware, or the closest thing I can get to it.
I mean, if I can keep an eye out or something from the grapevine, I could find you a copy of the game.
The thing is
for
that
cheap.
Yeah, I mean, if anyone's able to, if you're able to, I would gladly accept it. Because I'm trying to I'm trying to save up my money for, new CPU. So I don't want to spend too much
the next
on...
time... Yeah.
But I'm also
go...
sending out my PS1 to Stone Age Gamer to get repaired tomorrow. Since they're covering the repairs and shipping for free.
I was gonna say, if me and Lulu go back out to Disc Replay sometime, I can see if they have a copy of Symphony of the Night for cheap.
Okay.
And I can just send it to you that way.
That thing's head when it's only a head just kills it instantly. Thanks for the tip.
A lot of good tips. Who gave that tip?
Your Gaming Brian's been giving all these good tips. I appreciate your expert advice, dude.
Yeah, it's gonna help a lot in this, so we appreciate it. It sounds like they just said papaya.
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 All right. This might be the last part we do tonight, which is climbing the third tower.
Okay, that's fine.
As Tochi just said, another thing it could be is Popeyes. Thankfully, this is the easiest tower. Yeah, the first tower gave me so much bullshit. I'm not even talking about the combat trial. I'm just talking about platforming up there.
Oh, God. But no, I thank you in advance for having me on stream. This was actually pretty fun.
Yeah. You like your Sonic games. And, I figured, some modded chaos with, Sonic Frontiers would be up your alley since you never got to play Frontiers.
Well, I like a lot of games you play as well because it really helps me, cope with a lot of things.
I can tell you've really gotten into Cyberpunk, as have I.
Oh, believe me, when you told me they had a D&D thing for it, I actually do want to try that legitimately if the Castlevania D&D goes well as well.
Yes, in October, for the new viewers, in October we're going to be doing a Castlevania D&D campaign every weekend through October, and also doing some charity work with it. People who donate to Extra Life during the D&D campaign will get the ability to choose one thing for any of our characters that has to be like a character trait. So
as long as it's within Twitch TOS.
Yeah, as long as it's within Twitch TOS. So it's not like, having us go off on racist tirades or stuff like that.
Racist tirades or spicy NSFW, no.
Yeah, keep in mind we have to appease the Twitch overlords.
Pretty much, and we also have to respect the other players of the campaign, because I know there are some topics that are very uncomfortable for others.
Yeah.
But no, definitely, and if the campaign goes very well, maybe in the future, if Ari's up to it, we could do other campaigns too, like Pokemon, Cyberpunk, and like other ideas.
Yeah. One that I've been wanting to do ever since I found out there's an official tabletop game for it is same rule set for both, because it's based on like an open source rule set, and these are officially licensed, so it's not just like a fan-made thing. One for Power Rangers and one for Transformers.
Oh, I'd be definitely down to be a player in one of those.
Yeah, it's just I don't know who would GM those, because I have no GM experience, and honestly, I am not up to it. It's too much
honestly thinking of well, yeah, I mean, if I can learn a bit more lore of some of the top ones you want to do, I could try and GM some of them for you if you want, because I do eventually want to be a player. But if you need a GM, I'll definitely try my best to do it.
Okay. Like, in
Because
a Power
again,
Rangers one, we would probably keep it limited to, like Saban era at the most, because that's really what I'm most familiar with.
So like Mighty Morphin.
Mighty Morphin through Wild Force would be the limits.
Yeah. Yeah. Because, for those who don't know, for the Castlevania one, that one is entirely homebrew that I worked on for a long time, and with the help of a few friends of my old D&D group, we managed to make it virtually complete, but it went on a Pathfinder rule set. So we are going to be trying a 5th edition rule set, and like I said, I am very nervous, but I hope people will enjoy it, and we'll see where it goes from there.
Also, sorry that I haven't really been monitoring chat. Let me see. I feel like they just gave up on making the trials hard after the second one until the final trial. Exactly. There's a mod that brings Beta Chronos back. Interesting. I'll have to check that out. The mods I've been using, that I typically use in my Mod Madness streams, are more shitposty rather than anything gameplay affecting.
You had Hank Hill.
Yeah, I had Hank Hill for one stream. He defeated the Night Titan with the power of propane and propane accessories.
Oh, Jesus.
I tell you what.
But yeah, with the whole D&D thing, like, I do encourage people in the Discord, if they ever want to try D&D or whatever, they can sign up for certain D&D things if there's slots in it. But again, like I said, we will see how all of this goes.
Yeah, for at the very least, this first D&D campaign, we're trying to keep the slot numbers very limited and keeping it to people that I already know.
Yeah, but like in future D&D stuff, if people are interested in it, then we will probably give that a try. But for right now, out of respect, we will. This is only a test. We are keeping it to like close people and low number, so it will be easier. There would be a little confusion, and it'll just be like less stressful on Ari as well as a few other people.
Yeah, because again, I'm gonna be live streaming this and playing as well.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm nervous because I haven't done D&D GMing in a long time, let alone playing the game. I think it's been like 4 years, so again, this is going to be a new experience for me as well. And we're going to have a lot of beginners trying this. That means, well, Ari has played, but it's been a while for him, so I still count that as a beginner. But like a majority of us, majority of the party is like, we have like 2 veterans and 2 beginners. So it's a little more of a balance. But if you guys want to check out the campaign in October, you're all more than welcome. And definitely, if you want to take, like I said, like Ari said, if you do if you want to do a donation for the extra live stream or whatever, feel free to take part in like some of the character traits because it's totally encouraged.
All right. Cutscene time. I was once the protege to our greatest hero. I helped design and create the Titans. The fact you could overcome my designs is inconceivable. I need more data. Help me understand just what you are.
This is literally just Tails.
Yeah, this is just Tails. Yeah, they were, personality-wise, all 3 of Sonic's friends, including one of them being feminine. And going off of what Gaming Brian and Toti said back-to-back, a Sonic Frontiers anime opening, Find Your Flame would work as a good Sonic Frontiers anime opening out of all the songs in this game.
Yeah, it would be very good. I could see it.
Like, all the songs are great songs, but Find Your Flame feels the most like, you know, shonen anime opening vibe.
I was gonna say, like an OVA for Sonic Frontiers would be very nice.
Win this trial by meeting certain conditions. Defeat all enemies within the time limit. Sonic stats will be fixed. Psyloop will be the only available skill.
Okay.
Oh, it's the wolves! And they're speedier than ever.
Oh boy. Now you got me thinking. When I was on the D&D topic and Sonic, I'm thinking maybe a Sonic D&D, but I'm really getting a little bit ahead of myself. Like, God, now I'm on a D&D kick. Shit. I'm just gonna stop at this point before I go way too far into it. I'm gonna halt myself.
Psyloop's the only available skill, but I don't even need it.
Isn't there, like, multiple ways to deal with these trials without using the Psyloop anyway?
Yes, I did that for the second trial.
Well, yeah, because punch, punch, stomp. I was just saying,
I didn't
like,
even
all
do
the
that.
trials,
I didn't
like, there
even
are many
use
different-
the Psyloop like it clearly wanted me to do. I just got it stuck into a loop of, like, punch, punch, parry, punch, punch, parry. Simply astounding. I still don't understand how you're able to do what you do. Nevertheless, your limitless potential is fascinating to behold. Take my blessing and continue to defy the impossible. My only regret is I will not be there to see it.
But yeah, no, a Sonic D&D campaign would sound pretty good too.
Yeah, we just gotta figure
Given
out how that would
context.
work.
Yeah, that's the problem with, like, doing fan D&D stuff. It's just, like, a lot of it's homebrew, and and it's a lot of customization. Like, the Castlevania one took me at least 7 to 8 years to figure out, with help, mind you.
Alright, now I know what those spiny Coco are for. They are Lookout Coco, and they're basically the, they're taking the place of memory tokens as, like, memory tokens and or chaos key, vault keys as, like, you know, the MacGuffin we have to collect to unlock new stuff.
Okay, so
like
basically,
right now I can't progress to the next story point until I gather the Lookout Coco.
Yeah, so basically, it's just like a different way of, like, earning things rather than like it was in the main game.
Yeah. Okay, I'm definitely not completing, well, I might complete this challenge. Nah. No, I'm not completing
Do you feel like
this one.
pushing on to finish it, or we'll do it another night? Like,
No, I
which
mean,
one?
this is a map challenge, and it's like, there's one ring that I can't get this ball to go through.
Oh, God, okay. No, never mind then.
It's because it's on an incline, so the aiming's kind of difficult.
Ew. Anything on an incline is just ew.
And the ball goes in a fixed trajectory depending on what angle you hit it from.
Oh, boy.
Also, just as a little addendum to a lot of the stuff you've been saying tonight, I'm using my Maxine model tonight, so...
Oh,
I never specified
I'm
that
sorry.
to you before. That's on me.
I apologize.
Nah, it's okay. I know you didn't repeatedly say him and he out of malice, so it doesn't offend me.
I should, but no, I should have asked beforehand. So
No.
I
I should have informed you because you know, you can't see my camera view.
Fine, let me make it up to you. You're a very lovely creature of the night. There you go. I
Thanks.
think I've made my peace.
Any thoughts on that? Someone that I'm guessing that's about the person who's making a Sonic Frontiers anime introduction. That sounds awesome, and I would love to see it when it's finished.
I wish I could see it, but I probably just hear like the music for it and probably like visualize what's happening in my head.
Like, one of the things that a lot of people that are new to me, I need to make clear to them is that, like, actually, can I send that teaser right now? Absolutely. I'll just have to make sure that I, actually, you know, bookmark that. We got all the lookout cocoa that we need to unlock the final tower, which we'll probably do next time, because that's the hardest challenge. That is the boss. That one's the boss rush, I believe.
Oh god. I was gonna say, you said you have something you wanted to make clear.
I mean, it's not so much like an important thing to make clear. It's just like, I'm a fan of a lot of stuff, but I don't actively engage with the fandom of basically anything that I like, because I tend to keep to myself. So I'm not like actively participating in a lot of like stuff that goes on in the fandom. I just more so I'm an outside observer. Like, I say that because, like, on Blue Sky, one time when I posted, you know, about my stream schedule and how I was playing Danganronpa with, some voice acting for the non-voice scenes with, friends from the old Danganronpa fandom I was in. God, I wish I had pizza now, but I already ate it.
Same here, I wish I had pizza.
All I have is turkey.
I had a sandwich earlier, so like I think that's like the only thing I ate today.
But yeah, anyway, like this probably younger Danganronpa fan, because Danganronpa fans tend to skew uncomfortably young for how not kid-friendly that franchise is.
Well, yeah.
Was like wanting to get me to read like all these Danganronpa fanfics and wanted to know my thoughts on them and wanted to like show them off to me. I'm like, you can send me the links, but like I'm not one who gets involved in like the fandom culture and like fanfics and fan creations and stuff unless it's something that really catches my eye. So like, yeah, I'm not like, you know, a big hyper involved fan like you are. Did that send through?
I'm the same.
Yes, it did. I'm probably not gonna show it off on stream because we're getting ready to end soon. But I will definitely watch it.
I'm the same way with fandoms. It's like, yeah, I'm a fan, but again, I'm like an observer unless I'm like with friends in close circles who are into the same thing I am, and I keep it mostly to that.
And it's also,
but
it's like a 24-second teaser. Okay, I'll just have to Alt-Tab because stupidly on Sonic Frontiers, even if you're playing in borderless windowed, the mouse cursor is still okay. In menus, it allows me to move the mouse cursor off. Have you heard of Take It All by Zakujo? No, I have not. But yes, let's check this out. I'll get a browser source. Oh, I'll get a window capture open so we can see it.
Or in my case, I'll hear it.
I mean, so like the stream can see it. Window capture.
I know. I was making I was making a joke.
Yeah, I get you. We'll just briefly turn off the game capture, get the window capture up again.
Also, excuse you.
Excuse me, what?
I thought I heard someone burp or something.
No.
Never mind.
But yes, let's
I'm just
check
going
this
crazy.
Out. Okay. Okay, holy shit.
How's the animation detail?
It is, it may be 3 years old, but I did check the guy's Twitter and he's still working on this. I can see why it's taking so long. It's like cel-shaded 3D animation.
Cel-shaded, you say? Oh god.
Cel-shaded 3D animation with what looks to be original models instead of like just game-ripped models.
That is actually impressive. That takes a long time to do.
He does have a second update video with different animations. I'll have to check that out sometime. Thank you for showing me this.
Yeah, definitely thank you. I mean, from what I'm hearing, this sounds very complex and intriguing. Like 3D cell animation's pretty difficult to pull off.
What the hell is it? Oh, I accidentally hit the refresh key on my keyboard. That's why that happened. What about Take It All, a fan-made Titan theme for Sonic Frontiers, and it's a banger? Let's check this out, see how long it is. 3 minutes. I'm probably not gonna check out this whole song on stream because I don't want to get copyright claimed. And also, I'll listen to part of it. I'll listen to part of this. And I get the feeling I'm probably gonna like it.
Liking the beat of it so far.
Yeah. Okay, the editing on this video goes fucking hard. I love it.
I'm loving the music. It's giving me Guilty Gear vibes.
Oh, hell yeah. Definitely something that you would get from Daisuke Ishiwatari. I say we're not gonna listen to the whole thing, and we're already mostly through it anyway.
I will say this: I'm loving the vocals and the beat to this song. Like this definitely sounds like a song Soul Bad Guy would use for his Dragon install ability.
Yeah. Also, Zakujo said the music is good for Supreme and also made 2 more songs, Dimensions and Stand Tall, I assume that is, or Stand Talk. Not sure if that's a typo or not. I'll have to look into more of Zakujo's music. I'm liking this.
Yeah, me too. I mean, this sounds really, really good.
Yeah, this is going to be Stand Tall, okay. Yeah, this is going to be the last of these videos that I look at tonight, because I don't want to get too sidetracked. But thank you, Gaming Brian and Toti, for showing me both of these.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, that was awesome. Thank you, both of you guys.
I definitely.
And I will hydrate.
That was really good. Unfortunately, I don't have anything else to hydrate with, so I will not be able to redeem that. Probably get some water after this.
All right, let's bring Frontiers back up. Where the fuck did I put my controller? There the fuck I put my controller.
Where was it?
It was behind me, but on the other side behind me.
Oh, like on your desk, like behind you?
No, on the couch behind me.
Okay.
Like, I usually put my controllers on the couch behind me when I'm not using them. It was just on the other side behind me. I had to turn the chair a different way.
Yeah, I have to get myself a new chair for when I play games. Then again, I play most of the games I have on my bed, so... That's another game I need to get you to play as well with me, is Guilty Gear eventually.
I need to actually play Guilty Gear at all.
Well, then I know what we're going to do when we meet up in IRL again. I know what we're doing.
Like, I haven't played any of the Guilty Gear games.
I'm just going to say this. Guilty Gear has the same control scheme as Blaze Blue.
Okay.
It is literally 1-for-1 the same. There's a punch, a slash, a high slash, and a kick.
I figured it would have some similar controls, because, you know, both are... Well, Blaze Blue wasn't the brainchild solely of Daisuke Ishiwatari, but it was supposed to be sort of like the, we have Guilty Gear at home before they were able to get the rights to Guilty Gear back.
Yeah, I was gonna say a lot of the characters play similar to the Guilty Gear characters. So if you play
because
Blaze
a lot of the Blaze Blue characters are supposed to sort of be analogs for the Guilty Gear cast.
Yeah, so if you played enough Blaze Blue, then Guilty Gear should be easy to pick up and play. My only problem is I have to get a couple of PS4 controllers again.
Okay.
And then we could play Guilty Gear Strive or the original Guilty Gear on my PS4.
Okay, I think I see what this puzzle is doing. It's sort of like a laser beam redirection puzzle, except you can't see the laser beams.
That just sounds nasty and annoying.
You have to go based off the direction that the statues are facing in.
Oh, okay, so the statues are basically the tell.
Yeah, and you can rotate some of them, but not all of them. So you have to make sure they're pointing at the right ones.
That just reminds me of the puzzle in Sonic Adventure or in Resident Evil 5 that you have to do.
And now I've got the platform summoned, and I can try and collect this. There we go. I never figured out that map challenge until now. It was one that always stumped me.
Maybe you had an epiphany?
I had an... Okay, no need to broadcast me having my epiphanies live on stream, okay? That's personal stuff. That's between me
Okay. Okay. Do not even turn this on me do not even turn this around on me, okay? Listen here, Missy.
I was going to say that's kind of a stretch, but then I remembered I stretch a lot because I do yoga.
I mean, yoga is good for the body.
Yes, it is.
And it's also a good distract. And it's
also good for the mind.
Yeah. I should probably try yoga sometime myself. It would actually probably help my nerves.
Like, one of the important things to know about yoga is, like, if a stretch feels too much for you and your body's starting to hurt, do not push yourself to try and complete it. Just do whatever is comfortably within your range of motion.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people have this misconception that, like, yoga is all about doing all these crazy, like, body-breaking stretches, when no, it's not.
Yeah, I remember Wii Fit had something with yoga that it did.
Yoga's also, a lot of it is about breathing.
Yeah, it's about breathing and decompressing while you do it, because I think if you're, like, very tense, you're not going to be able to do a lot of the poses.
Yeah. Exactly. That was the wrong one. It's one of the map challenges where you have to, like, complete the Tetris block puzzle, for lack of a better term. Just gotta make sure I'm doing them in the right order. So there's this one.
Yeah, the one game I miss
think.
playing without my sight. Well, 2 games I miss playing. No, there's 3 games I miss playing without my sight. That's Tetris, Final Fantasy XIV, and Pokemon Unite. I really want to play Tetris again.
I did it wrong again. Alright, so
You got this.
black, purple,
Big
and yellow
brain.
go on the bottom.
You can do this. Big brain. Big brain.
So black, purple, and yellow go on the bottom. Just gotta make sure I do them in the right order. So purple goes next. And then yellow. Okay, I've got the bottom done, and then I have to put blue and gray on the top. It goes first, and then blue. Aha! And people say I'm bad at Tetris, which is true, I am.
I wouldn't say that.
You've never seen me play Tetris.
I mean, I'm not good at Tetris either, but at least I try.
Like, I enjoy Tetris, but I'm horrible at it. Just like I enjoyed Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, but I'm horrible at it.
There is a player I saw in Japan one time who played Invisible Tetris, and it was amazing. It was on an arcade cabinet, and it was for like a rank up in the online thing for the arcade cabinet, saying you're a Tetris master. Because then the game ends on the credits, and it still goes with the invisible Tetris blocks.
If I had to guess what game it was based on the terminology used, it's probably one of the Tetris Grandmaster games.
Yeah, and the invisible block section goes until the credits end.
Damn.
And when I saw that, my mind was blown. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm nowhere going to be near as good as that. Hell no.
Okay, we are approaching midnight and approaching 4 hours of streaming, so I'm going to make sure to save here.
Yeah, I'm going to be kidnapped by Lulu in a moment, so...
I figured you probably were as well, given the time. So...
But no, I had a fun time.
Yeah, I had a fun time too. Let's, get back to the chatting screen and get us back into the throne room.
Okay.
See who we're gonna raid tonight.
Who is on the list?
I'm seeing a lot of people playing Sonic Frontiers, but I want to see who out of my usual targets... None of my usual targets are online, so... Oh, Pahibiont is streaming, and they have previously raided me. They're playing Astrobot, so I'm going to return the favor. I believe they're a fellow Eldenwooder.
Okay.
Eldenwood being the team that I'm a part of. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Thank you to JKR and Nico Belmont for keeping me company tonight. I will see you guys on Wednesday with Ty the Tasmanian Tiger. Go give Pahibiont my warmest of welcomes. And until then, unpleasant dreams.
Happy, safe hunting. Have a good night. And this is for you, Miles. Praise the Zard.
Good night, everybody.